Hey everybody, welcome. Sorry I'm a little late. Yeah, so we're here. We're going. Take it away, DM.
All right, so you guys have thwarted whatever the hell his name was. Exactly, that's how it starts. Cephik Caltro, you have thwarted Cephik last session, and you've put his head in a bag. The party returned back to the inn, talked, refreshed, slept, dreamed, or dreamt, and all made level 2. Congratulations! Yay, level 2! So now you're bigger, you're better, you're stronger, you can survive more. What does this day entail for you?
Well, it starts out by entailing picking up of somebody's bags because somebody's missing.
Oh, you noticed that. So yes, overnight there is a nice bed that has a shape of a small Corwin, and it's gone. All that's left is an impression in the pillow and nothing under the blanket. So apparently he can sleep and bamf at the same time. So we are back down to a party of 4.
Looks like the elf never wants to stick around for a second day.
He's like that.
This inn, this tavern, for breakfasts, they have some form of I wouldn't say hot bread rolls. It's more of a grain oatmeal millet type breakfast bowl if you'd like. Might be able to find some if you want to throw a little extra in there, although they're really happy you're here. You might be able to eat a few pieces of bacon thrown in. Just something to give it a little bit more flavor. And for breakfast they have their the of you can either have the plum wine or the plum wine.
Well,
or water.
I don't like those 3 options, so I'll go with plum wine.
So it's if you want to eat. The whole idea is it's a warm meal to start your day off.
but we should definitely have a nice warm meal, especially if it's still free.
Currently, that's what you're under the impression of. And
Yep.
so do you guys all as a group come on down and grab a table? I mean, I can open up the inn here.
Yeah, let's
open
do that.
There you go.
As we'll go grab
Let me go grab your
the table in the far corner.
The old lady's still there.
Let's go. Let's go. If we go in the far corner, it should be over by the fireplace. Look, it's early morning. We can take the seats by the fireplace and be warm.
Now I'm trying to find his daughter. Where is she?
As we sit
Yeah, she
down,
disappeared.
I believe she may be in the kitchen.
I'm looking at my hands, and I'll be like, "Well, lads, I had quite the dream last night, and I believe I can be a bit more help in the fights to come than I have been so far. Looking forward to testing it out, seeing what I can do. I would like to go shopping before we leave. I was thinking that now that we've accomplished our goal as unexpectedly quick as it happened, perhaps it's time to head straight back to Hill and get paid for it.
What about your friend that we were supposed to meet? Well, at least tell him that we may have to head out early.
If we head out this morning, I would go and stop by and have a short talk with him and apologize for having to run out so early without eating, and to let him know something of what we have learned. could be helpful to him.
That, and I was thinking about just in case we are missing something, we can say we've turned over all leaves if you did talk to him, just to make sure we're not missing another our part helping in it.
Aye.
Because we know what we know, but we don't know what we don't know.
Big guy's wiser than he looks.
Only if I have
Primarily-
plum wine.
I'm really just want to let him know that there could be other agents of Oriel about in the town and in the towns and working for her and undermining what otherwise, well, not exactly peace, but making things even harder than they need to be.
You do realize that they're giving away their lives. They're sacrificing people to her. The agents, of course, are around. How for all we know, the person who runs this tavern. Oh, as I see them walk up, I'm like, never mind.
She's just making sure your everything's topped off, and of course she's going to say, oh, it's a wonderful morning, isn't it? And this afternoon's meal should be amazing.
We may not be around for this afternoon's meal, but
Did you say that out loud?
yeah, we might
Okay,
not be
because
around.
she looks at you and's like, excuse me?
Aye, Lester, we had I need to go and talk to your pa and tell him there are things happened that last night that have changed our plans when we can't stay no longer. We need to head out of town right away, and we'll have to catch him in his hospitality the next time that we are around. And there are things that he may want to know that to keep you all safe.
He offers her daughter to run to go get her father, because he's probably still maybe either purchasing some spices, purchasing some daytime, because it is 8 a.m.
Right.
And unless he's doing a 24-hour crock stew or something, would you like her to send the granddaughter? I mean, everybody knows the granddaughter. She's safe to run out there. But would you like her to run and get her da? Or her granda?
Why? That would be very helpful.
And then she lets the granddaughter know, and granddaughter goes peeling out of here. Because she's always in her warm winter clothes.
Looks like it.
Yep, and she...
I do ask her, is that old lady over in the corner on the other side, she always here?
She said, oh, you mean Miss Old Lady who sits in the corner all the time? Yes.
Miss Old Lady sits in the corner.
That's right. She hasn't moved in years. Don't know if she's dead.
Well, if she wasn't talking last night, the plum wine was really good then.
Probably was.
Yeah.
And she
I need to
just
do a
wants
health check on that.
I heard one of the patrons last night calling her Norma.
Yeah, she's normally here.
That joke.
She's just an old lady. I had to put somebody in here. But let's see, why can't I? Oh, let's see. So you guys are eating breakfast. I heard you say you wanted to go buy some stuff. Did anybody else want to?
Well, I'm probably gonna wait though until we hit the main town. I'm probably gonna. I doubt there's as much of a choice, and the prices are probably not quite as good here as they are in.
Might have a
larger
better
town.
selection in a bigger town too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're outside the tourist season, I believe, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Tourist season.
there is no
Many
tourist
years.
season anymore. I mean, what?
Oh.
Not that there ever has been in this area, but
Well,
Yep.
once in a while you get some poor person who's been stranded and gets lost who wanders into towns, but rarely is it tourism
You see
by
a
choice.
You see a young man, maybe in his early teens, come running in. Elflin, hurry! You're gonna miss it at the town hall. And you see her turn back, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" He looks at all of you, and then looks back at her, and he's like, "Dizon, the execution. You don't want to miss it. It's supposed to go at 9 a.m. We have to be close." It's got to be just after 8, 8:15, something like that. And you see him haul his little feet in his seated position as you see him run out. He's down his way back. He's like, "Evelyn, everybody's going to be there. You have to make it. The whole town's going to see it." And he's getting quieter and quieter. And hurry.
Don't want to miss it.
So Evelyn,
Why isn't it deranged?
what is that about?
She's like, "You never heard of Dizon?"
Dizon? No.
It's a much.
Dizon has a few crimes against him. In fact, let's see. Give me a sec. I had it.
Was it something like petty theft or cow tipping or?
No. He's been plaguing the towns lately with, what would you call it? Crimes that are inflicted upon the Dale folk. He's been killing, well, I wouldn't say killing, he's been enjoying hurting people. And to the point where he's set for execution. And it's more of a warning to others not to do these types of things around East Haven. But he doesn't deny it.
Strange.
Ask her
Not
if she's
trying
going
to
to
save
attend.
your own life.
I ask her if she's going to attend or plan on attending.
She's totally forgot about it, and I don't think Norma's going to be here, but she's going to go. And she knows that you guys, if you don't want to attend, you can always just not show up. But as she said, and the town boy said, everybody's going to be there. It's a big deal. People who were affected by him are going to be there. You can buy cabbages, onions, tomatoes, whatever you want. It's going to be a good old-fashioned execution.
So I guess this is the right time to get your shopping done.
Mhm.
With a wink.
Perhaps we should check this out before we head out of town. Seems unusual.
That it does, but does the name ring a bell in any way? From being from Bremen and such like that.
You can roll what would that be?
History.
History.
Sure.
Yeah, you're not really inciting from anybody. You're trying to
Yeah.
recall. History or... No, it's not clicking, so this might just be something local in this area.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like, apparently you don't know him from Bremen, so he wasn't affecting Bremen.
Couldn't have been that big of a guy. I don't know the name anywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I've heard some.
You've heard some names, but not that one.
I am kind of curious, though.
So, I wonder what stealing stuff from the armorer would get you if this guy's being executed.
We don't know what he's
Well,
done.
if everybody's over there, then there's no witnesses.
That is true.
I'd like to find... One of the things I'm curious about is what he's being executed for.
Okay.
Well, you might be able to catch up with your buddy that you want to talk to, and
Yeah,
you
if
know, tell him
everyone's
the
gonna
news.
be there.
I mean, it might be worth a while. And like I said, if you want to get something on the way out, I bet the prices will be just right.
We could see. Oh, it reminds me. We've got we have the coin and the gems from the satchel from the merchant.
Haha. Yes, the merchant. I wonder how he's doing.
Hopefully freezing his arse off.
I bet you those dwarfs left him in a heartbeat.
I've separated everything out into like little piles. Howler, you said that you were looking for like diamonds. I don't remember.
Oh, that's what we had to roll. We had to roll. Let me grab. I can grab it online.
There were 7 gems worth 10 gold each.
Okay. All right. So we got 10 of these.
I just mentioned that it would be helpful towards getting to certain spells that we might want later.
Oh, I gotcha. I'm just getting the randomizer of what the. See if I can find it. All right. That's not what I want. That one didn't help me. That one didn't help me. All right. So the first one. Okay, it doesn't tell me how many. All right. So you got a quartz. Green, a smoky quartz. You got a blue-green turquoise, a banded agate, a blue lapis lazuli, and for those of you who wanted diamonds, you get a green zircon, so it's like a zirconian but different. It was at 7 or 5?
Diamond.
7.
Okay, then you got the blue zircon also. And this one's... I've never heard of this one. Chrysobria?
Yeah.
Chryso. Oh, is it an L? Oh, I thought it was an I. Okay, yeah. Chrysobal. No, never heard it. So they're all worth, what do you say, 50 each?
10.
10 each, okay. 10 each. There you go.
We'll take 50 though.
I know. Well, you get a total of 50. Well, 70.
So, okay.
And
then
Corwin's gone.
Yes, he's gone. And he'll be back.
We'll separate. So all of this gets separated out, and we'll keep a separate pile for Corwin. Which.
So do you just want the cash value for the gems?
Well, I'll give them out to people so that they'll have gems. Or like they can do it however they want. It doesn't sound like any of those are useful.
Spell
for
components?
spells.
Not that I can think of. It was just random generated.
Yep. So everybody gets 34 gold, 1 silver, 1 copper. And the 34 gold includes 1 or 2 gems. If you want them.
What was that breakdown again?
34 gold, 1 silver, 1 copper.
Nobody can hear you. That's what you should have. No, he's you had
Gotcha.
10 gold left out of everything you bought. Yep. Okay, so la 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 la.
Okay.
There they are. Okay.
A couple
Well,
more hauls like that, I can get armored underwear.
Well, that depending on how much it is, that will buy me the armor that I want.
Okay.
Or with what I had, so that would be very useful. 16
Are you
armor class is a lot better than 12.
are you going shopping on the way?
Perhaps we go just go a wee early and see if we catch some people before they close their stalls.
Okay. So you're just gonna go to the little
Yeah, the market area.
market area. All right. So you
Is
head
the-
into the market area.
Is the bard going as well?
The
The
bard.
one playing the music.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta go out into the cold. Actually, going out into the town.
Let's read this quickly. Okay. And going to here.
Wow, there are a lot of people out this morning.
Birds.
Looking for something here, sorry. Okay, got what I needed. All right, so as you get out to the market, let's roll some percentage. Let's see. So, what specifically are you looking for? What type of merchant?
Most important would be an armor merchant, somebody who would have banded mail.
All right, I'm gonna open up East Haven map just so everybody can see where we're at, because we're out of the mappage area. Get out of here. All right, you're looking at, the town hall is here, right?
We don't see the map.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I gotta move you guys. There
Yes,
you
we
go.
know that's the town hall though.
Yeah, that is the town hall. There you go.
Scale mail, actually. Scale
So,
mail is what I'm
town
looking
hall?
for. Yep.
That's your inn.
Yep.
You're probably looking somewhere, maybe over here as
Okay.
an open market, a couple blocks away. So, you could do a little swing down here, head around, then head up,
All right.
because your town hall's over here.
We'll do that.
All right,
So-
give me a just percentages. 50% chance that type of merchant is still there.
Okay. Let's see. Nope.
Oh yeah.
Or are you doing high? Depends on
high-
what you're doing.
High or low, Tom?
Well, he said
Hey,
no.
My failure to say that may be in your favor. So high or low, Tom?
High.
Oh, look at that! There is this isn't a heavy armor merchant, medium armor merchant. Your banded mail, your banded leather, splint mail, those types.
Yep. Just looking for some scale mail.
Some scale mail, and
Right.
that's in your size.
Yep.
Because all mail stretches to the size of the character. Yes, he'll have some scale mail. He won't have 10 different choices, but he will be able to dig a set of scale mail
If
out
all
for
male
you.
stretches to their wear, it sounds like every woman's dream.
Mm-hmm. So scale mail is what? 25?
50.
Sorry, I had to. Sorry.
You had. All right. So there is no increased cost to the area of 10 towns, because they're stable. So you're good. 50 gold. It doesn't matter if you were in Bryn Shaddar or here. Now, when you start looking at like exquisite items, magic items, and this and that, depends on the city. Yep, that's the order you're gonna go.
Fantastic.
So anybody else looking for anything while you're doing this walk? I mean, he was just about to close down, but since you jingled the coin, he's like, "Oh yes, how can I help you? Oh money. You sound like you want to buy something."
That is.
Did we find Deckard Cain?
Yeah,
Stay.
and a one-legged boy.
We take his leg.
No, don't take Wert's leg. Don't take the leg. So you find some scale mail. Did you swap it out, Tom? Did you change your AC and
I
everything?
did.
Okay. Perfect. Are you going to sell your old stuff back?
I didn't have any armor.
That's a good thing. You should have armor now. Okay,
Yep.
that works. All right, are you looking for anything there special?
They
Baldy?
say $50 or 50 gold on up, right?
Well,
Yeah.
what kind of armor do you have?
I have.
You have chain. You're
Yep.
doing well.
Yeah.
You're doing
I'm
well. You
just window shopping.
window shopping. Okay, any
Yes.
Patrick? Howler? Is there
I'm
anything
good.
you're looking for? Okay, what about you, Finnick?
I'm window shopping and just seeing if there's anything that catches my eye.
Anything Corman's looking for?
Corwin's looking for? No, but if I do happen to see, and I'm not going to find it, I know, but if I did happen to see a ring of warmth, I would probably want to snag it up, whether
Did
it's legal or not legal.
Did you guys put together a list for him to pick up while he was in Waterdeep?
Nope.
We don't have the money for him to pick it up anyway.
I was just
He didn't have the money
wondering.
with him.
I was wondering if
Yeah,
he has
we'll do that.
a shopping list.
We'll do
Yeah.
that later.
Okay.
Next time.
So you quickly get the shopping done and you head towards the town. And as you get towards the town hall. Sorry, keep going with your purple line that's up here. Town hall's up here.
It was
Yep.
my understanding, though, when Corwin disappears, he just goes in suspension. That's what he told me last time when we were talking.
That
He doesn't
works.
go back to there and come back.
Great. So
He just said he's there, and then all of a sudden he poofs, and then he's just back.
As you get towards the town hall, you're not running, you're not rushing, but you can see other people going in the same direction, and they're talking about him, and you're hearing chatter of, "Gee, mister, did you hear that he killed 100 people?" And then you hear another guy go, "I didn't hear 100. I heard he killed 6 ogres." And another little girl, "Ogres are no matter. Ogres are bad. They're monsters. But if he could kill 6, he's pretty good." And then another kid, "No, he killed 6 dolphins and 3 whales. He was a fisherman." And they just, every story under the sun is being yelled at each other. And apparently Finnick is stealing a child.
No.
You just putting one in the bag or what?
Nope.
Okay. So as you get there, there's a large crowd in the area. I mean, each of the roads are block jammed. You actually do see militia here. You see, a good 3, 4 militia here. They are mostly there to give a bow or a barricade to keep people back from what looks like ye old Salem witch trial. There is a elderly man who his face shows no remorse. He's basically like, it'll happen. Arms tied behind the stake, legs tied to the stake. Now remember, wood is a scarce source, but they're using a nice pile of wood, sticks and trees laid up against here, doused with whale oil, to execute this guy. And go ahead.
So we're having a barbecue, I see.
That looks like that could be. And as you approach the actual in front of the town hall, you see the leader of the guard, Ingrid. It is Captain Ardleth, the half elf. She holds a flame up high, and she says, "By order of Speaker Daneth Whalen." And she just douses that oil with a flame, and you see him. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. He just goes, "Poof," and he's ash.
Okay, that was quick.
I mean, you're still hearing lots and lots and lots of rumors, but where you were, but around here maybe they're used to sacrifices.
Yeah, but to go that quickly? Is that normal?
They said 9 o'clock. It was 9 o'clock on the knot, and that's when you're gone.
Wonder if he had high blood alcohol content.
Somebody, actually, each of you roll a perception.
That doesn't seem like you actually died.
Yeah, that was weird.
Okay, Finnick, good. Oh, there's a dog apparently out here. Howler, good. Okay, so Howler and Finnick, when you watched the execution, you and the captain of the guard lit it up. She drops the torch in, steps back, and right when he goes whoosh, she looks straight at you two. You see looking like it's looking at all of you, but you catch her eye. And you see her step off and away from the burning boundary. She's tall. She's not barbarian or giant height or Goliath height. But you can see her walk, and she's making her way towards you. Towards the four of you. But you two see specifically the locking of the eyes, and she's being flanked by two of the four sentries. They are clearing the way. People are still watching this smoldering thing. And she approaches you. She's decked in her tailored coat, fur hat.
As she comes to us, I nudge everybody else and I go, "Somebody's on the way."
And she speaks to you curtly, short, like she has like giving orders, because that's what she does. But at the same time, she's not unfriendly. She looks at you and says, "Murderers are dealt with quickly around here." She looks at each of you, rubs her female pointy half-elf chin.
Well, sure, it took you guys long enough to do anything about the killing of what's his name,
Zahn.
Thomas.
Thomas. And I say that, but I say that, and just like as I look away.
As a side thing.
Yeah. But enough she could hear it.
Okay, so that's what she says to you.
Yep.
How do you guys react? What do you do? You say anything?
That's what I said.
And she looks at you and she goes, "That was unfortunate, but never mind."
I laugh.
She doesn't.
It is obvious that is true. So, and that is good. Must not let murderers walk about.
And she looks back over her shoulder and she says, "Like Dazan?"
I do not know. I do not know anything about the man. Just heard his name for the first time this morning.
She said, "Dazan, a traveling, not merchant, what would you call them? A snake oil salesman? Disguises himself as one thing, proves he's something else, and has a line of bodies of adventurers left outside our gates, left outside our hills. He was a murderer and he deserved to die." She
Certainly
says,
sounds like.
Go ahead.
I just agreeing with it.
And she says, "His public execution is not an act of vengeance, but it's meant to deter others from engaging in this similar behavior. Hopefully, the word travels that East Haven does not harbor murderers."
I just stand there and look at her. Okay, and that's the look on my face. Okay, and what are you trying to say here? I'm not saying it, but that's the look on my face.
So you don't say it. So the only one who's talked to her is Tom. Well, you said something off the cuff, Al. But so she looks at Tom because right now he has the most. He was the most engaged, and he looks at you and she says, 4 fishers went missing on Lake Dinishir 10 days ago. The coastline is hard to sail along because of the ice, but savvy anglers prefer it. There are fewer competing fishers from other lake towns here. We need someone to go scout the coastline and search for them. And let's just say your abilities have reached the town's
Awareness.
higher ups. And she's saying nothing about Sefik and nothing about Torga.
Right.
Can
Yeah,
I
we
count
do.
on you?
All small towns have their eyes and ears.
Yeah, you got
We
two of
sh-
them in a bag. 4 of them, 2 of each.
I'm not
Right.
pointing that out to her.
I know.
Neither.
But she says, "What say you? Will you help the town of East Haven?
Mm.
We've had too many townsfolk go missing, murdered, and just plain disappear."
We are kind of hard pressed to get going, but fishermen's lives are pretty
Yeah,
needed in this area.
that
I mean,
trait that pulled at your heartstring.
I mean, the food alone that they bring into the town is what keeps people surviving.
But when you put it that way, I guess we kind
I
of
look-
wait a bit for.
I look
Okay.
at Tom. Do we not need to sit down and have a council with your friend first, and then we can
Oh, aye. We
see
should.
if we can help her or not after that council?
Well,
He didn't put
talking
a
to-
time on like you're leaving now.
Yeah.
She just said, "Will you
Yeah.
take it?"
talking to my friend shouldn't take too long. And
He's someone we
Aye.
trust here.
Finnick is right. This is kind of important for the survival of these people. I'm in. How about the rest of you?
Yeah, it gives us reason to stick around for that dinner.
Does sound like a great dinner.
I have no problems. I'll follow you, Bacon. I always
Very
follow
good,
you,
lad.
Bacon.
Following the bacon.
Is there any good reward in it?
He's always downwind.
Smells wonderful.
Aye, lass. If we're going to be staying a while, is there any recompense that would help us with the cost of lodging and such?
Looks at you and says, "I have some items of interest that you might like that you could choose from. There are 2 particular ones. I could either give you what's inside this copper tube, a scroll of fireball, or I can give you this gray bag. Do you take option number 1 or curtain number 2 or curtain number 3?
I feel like I could have taken the red snapper, but yet I'm going to take what's in the box, which will end up being nothing.
Right,
and I'll
because there's
call
no box.
stupid.
So your choice is a gray bag of tricks or a scroll of fireball after you've completed your adventure.
Oh,
If
interesting.
you decide to do it. And she
Well,
looks over it. She looks over at the burning post and she goes, "He's not using them."
I look around everybody and I say, well, as long as my friend is covering, as long as we still have free lodging and food at the tavern, I guess that could be helpful payment.
It makes it safer for his family here, his daughter and granddaughter.
She says she will see what she can do.
Well, so what details do you have about where people have been going missing? Like any other specifics for locations or last time they were seen?
She says, "First, you're going to have to obtain a boat. You're going to have to get it out to the water. And then you're going to have to search the coastline.
So okay,
Try and find it's been 10 days.
Do we know how far out they normally range?
You have a fisherman.
Yeah, I can probably figure this out from here.
3 degrees north, 5 degrees west. Look at the stars. They're over
Well,
there.
the
That's
problem
not a
is
sextant you're using, though.
well, we can go to the docks and find a boat.
You
Too bad
could
these
actually.
people weren't proficient fishermen, or else they'd have the docks clear and they'd be able to actually sail right from the docks.
Mhm. Okay. So you've been given the, and I can bring the other map up, the big map, if you want to look at uh, um,
The layout of
shorelines.
layout of the shorelines.
If you'd like, I could do that. We could do this. There you go.
So they just went out and they don't know where they disappeared.
They
Just
left 10
somewhere
days
in,
ago.
and this is specifically on Lac Danishir.
Yes.
Okay. That's it would have to be the largest lake, the most shoreline.
So because you have a fisher person named Finnick with you, he should know this, but I will just let you all know what he knows so that you know what he knows so he doesn't think you don't know. That much of the lake Dinashore is covered with ice, just like all the other lakes. It does break and become water eventually. They have to fish, unless you're going to ice fish closer to the shore. The fish that they're fishing for in these lakes, the specialty is the knucklehead trout. But to catch these, they have to drag their boat into the open water and wait patiently in the deepest part of the lakes. Well, because they go out for so long and it's so cold, a lot of these fishermen like to stay warm by drinking, not water. And so the longer they're out, a lot of these fishermen end up getting drunk. So things can happen when you get drunk. Did these guys just fall overboard? Did these guys go to shore and just make a camp? It's been 10 days. People don't go camping for 10 days around here. So she just wants to know what's happened to them. And
And I
that's
assume
all.
she gave us some descriptions of
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
yep.
names of the ships and stuff like that.
Yeah, she hold on a second. They should give you the name of the boat.
That's helpful.
The boat is called the Bunch O Knuckleheads. Bunch O Knuckleheads.
Oh, sounds like the people that are probably sailing it too.
Yeah, I was going to
Sure.
say it's apropos.
It's the name of a party and a boat.
So it's a party boat.
There you go.
Party names. We got to come up with a party name at some point.
Bunch of knuckleheads.
Okay. Well, I guess we should we head down and see if we can find a boat, and then we'll figure out from there like when we're leaving.
Do we see your friend's daughter or your friend real quick?
Are you gonna go back to the end because the granddaughter went running
Yeah, to find them.
to find him? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of changed. Well, we're close to the docks.
Yeah.
Let's see. We may because let's see if we're going to leave right away, or if the boat may not be ready to sail for a day anyway, and then we'll end up having dinner anyway.
I probably had to get the boat unstuck.
Well, there's lots of
And
different
carry.
ways to do that.
All right. So which way you going with this? Where you heading? You gonna go down to the docks?
What do you
We
think,
should go to
guys?
the docks, get that prepared first, and then we can come back and have our meal. And
Okay.
once we
Then
get a game plan set out in the morning.
I'll move
Okay.
you back to East Haven then.
Yep. So we'll just, I mean, we're right next to the docks. We'll just go to the docks and see if we can find a boat.
Okay. Well, yes, of course you can find a boat. You can actually find different types of boats. The question is, what would you like to use? Al, you can find a rowboat, which 4 people can sail in.
Too small for what we need.
You guys can get a single-masted skiff, which can hold up to 8 people. And because you have Al with you, it is required that at least one person have some form of proficiency with water vehicle.
I am proficient with water vehicles.
So you can
So-
easily maintain and handle
Is
a
that like a
skiff.
Viking boat? 8 people with single mast? Okay.
Yep.
It's probably our best bet because we got to get this hauled out down there too. We can't go
Yeah.
too big because we go too big, we're never gonna make it.
Those are your 2 choices locally, because a lot of people also know you're dragging it across the ice.
Yeah. We
So
can take the bigger one, and we can if we can get a couple.
what do you want?
We'll take the skiff for sure.
Okay, skiff it is. And again, there's no you're proficient with it, so you don't get the unproficiency rolls or anything like that. You're good.
So does this, I assume this boat belongs to someone? Like, how are we?
There's nobody around. I mean,
So we're just going to take a boat.
looks like
I
you're
don't
gonna
know.
take a boat.
I'm sure it's fine. The boat's called a slice of life. What could possibly go wrong?
It says that basically you can either ask an angler to borrow it, because they generally aren't going to go fishing. It's not fishing time. It's it's a end of the morning. They want to leave earlier than that. Most likely you could find a skiff and say, "Hey, Captain, the captain of the guard wants us to go find and they know of the missing anglers, so they're probably more than happy to help you."
I'm sure there'll be a harbor or dock master
Yeah.
down there by the dock, so we can tell them, hey, we're gonna.
So, I mean, if there's anyone around, we ask them about this boat because we just want to make sure
Yeah.
that.
And they're more than happy to let you to borrow it. They hear of Finnick's seaworthiness, and they understand he's been working in. You remember, this is not going out to the ocean, so it's
Yeah.
not a voyage. You're following the shore, but you have to get
Yep.
out of the ice locked area first.
All
So
right.
you procured a boat.
Excellent. So, and I guess we go to the tavern to talk. So,
Well, before
Finnick,
we
you
do that,
said we should leave in the morning.
we should go. You would think we get the hot meal and everything else. I mean, if we want to leave right now, we can. But I mean, I,
Well, if they've been,
I don't
but
know.
especially if we're searching for people who have been missing, this could be time sensitive. Like,
If you want to go now, that's fine. Maybe we can. Does the dockmaster have any information on when they which hole they were going for, or were they going for their secret spot?
No, generally nobody goes much further than out off the ice. They're not going to go 20 miles out. They're going to hang within to where it becomes deep enough to fish for them. So you should be able to see the
Well, we'll probably find
land.
a boat at least, hopefully.
Right, you'll be able to see wherever you can see the land. Once the land starts to get too small, you're probably too far out. So as long as you keep the land at a normal, what you consider a good size, you know you're out far enough. And since you're a fisherman, you pretty much know where that line where the knucklehead trout would be, or depth. You might not know this lake, but you know how to fish for them.
And the bright side is, we go out there, we might get a little chance to get a couple fish in too.
That's right. You might be able to get a little fishing going.
How far are we from the inn right now? Like half a block, 5 blocks?
You are
well, we've got to be within
1,
10
2,
minutes, no
3
matter where.
block. Well, you went to the dock, so you're a couple blocks away.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Well,
so let's go back and get a an early lunch, and then maybe we should head out. And if my friend's there, then
We're
can
gonna
just
say
talk to
you
him.
guys went to this dock
Okay.
just because it's got boat's there and you're already
Yeah.
out.
Do we go back and see if Valpos is at the inn and get a little more food and
Get a little more belly action. All right,
Yeah.
let's
We can
get you
take a
over
little
there.
bit to go, so we have a little storage with us.
Okay, let me get this over here. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Do-do-doodly-doodly-doo, do-do-do-do-do. Don't get there.
Better than any music we got playing.
That's right.
So we're not 5 blocks down, we're 5 docks down.
There we go.
It's really poor taste to be playing music and everything else while you watch somebody get killed.
All right, so you guys get back
Well,
to
somebody
the
could have
music.
been humming.
inn.
Could be playing something like "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor."
That's poor
Nah,
taste.
it was a burning. It was a burning one. Should have been more of a
Burning Man.
yeah.
So you guys get back and you see Valpos and you see granddaughter and you see Valpos, you see Elfin and granddaughter in the back.
so I will we'll just have a conversation with Valpos and explain the situation and that and actually not tell him the original reason we were going to leave, but tell him that we were approached to go out and look for the missing sailors. They're fishermen.
Right.
So that we're gonna unfortunately have to miss our dinner date.
Mhm.
You just didn't want to go to that dinner date, did you?
3pmies. What a,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
comes
it was
after
so
11Z's and
close.
lunchies.
And I will also quietly explain to him that we have encountered agents that we found. I will tell him that we found Thomas's killer, and it was I'll tell him it was an undead agent of Oriole.
Okay.
And that we believe there could be other agents of her working within 10 towns, and so he should be very careful and look out for people who might be, you know, working to help her in some fashion and make things worse.
Sounds good. And he basically does the, he thanks you. Oh, thank you for the kind and I guess the information that would just make a man's heart swell. And if you don't mind, I'll let his father know what happened.
Absolutely.
And he says, don't worry about lunch. It sounds like you're off doing more good work. You're always doing good stuff there, Mr. Bacon.
Oh, I try. It seems to just fall in me lap.
And he reaches out to give you, this time he reaches out to give you a hug because he's old.
Yep.
And he wishes you, only the best during this. And he thanks you for going out and looking for these young men and all that stuff. Wishing you best of luck. And he's telling Elflin, he's like, oh, make sure that you put together the today bread and nothing that's liquidy but sticks to the ribs, warm type stuff. Maybe some meat filled bread. And he looks at you and he says, anytime and he looks at you and he looks at Aiflin and he's like, anytime he and his friends are here, they have a place to stay. Never do they pay a dime for this, what they're doing for this town.
Oh, Volpos, you be awfully kind and helpful yourself. Thank you so much.
And you see that just the warmth in his eyes and maybe the slight tearing or watering. He's like, you've saved my life. You've helped one of my best friends with the loss of his son. And now you're helping to find the 4 fishermen. It's only what it's necessary. It needs to be done. If there's room, you have it here.
So we thank him.
I mean, you could. So far you haven't seen it too full. So
And we leave our travel
as we said,
stuff
this
here.
is the tourist season apparently with 4 of you here.
Well, I thought I saw some topless bathers down by the waterfront.
Yes. So
You checked out the orcs.
let's put down
Yep.
for you guys. You've got 8 meat-filled. Not a meat pie, but think of it like a. What kind of roll is that? Not crusty roll, but it's meat-filled. So it's kind of like a jelly donut, but it's meat inside there.
That's
makes
gonna
sense.
freeze as soon as it goes outside.
Not when you
Right.
keep it underneath your armor up against your. Put it in one
So we all
strap.
smell
Right
like
there,
meat. Ew.
Armpits. All that.
Hey,
So
when it's cold and you're hungry,
you'll eat it, and it's already cooked. So
Yeah,
Don't
so
worry
we
about
just
it.
need to reheat it over the fire. That's all. I mean, you create those little stone oven things. You stick them in by your fire, and
armpits.
all good.
Just in the armpits.
we're gonna be on a boat. I don't see us making a fire.
Yeah. Fire sounds amazing.
On a boat.
I mean, you'll be warm for a little while.
Then you'll be cold for a little while.
Really cold, and then dead.
It's cold for a very little while. All right.
So, I mean, you see them as you're walking away. They're waving their hands. You know, they're gonna need a miracle, and you guys head off to the docks, and you see your mighty sailing vessel, the. What do we want to call you? The Barnacle Bill, sitting out there, and this is a mighty fine vessel for you there. Finnick, you think if I've seen better, whatever. And you get on, and
Yeah.
because you have this fisher dude, you guys all together can slide this. First, you got to break it out of the ice, then slide it along the ice. Probably took you a good half hour just to get it to where it's starting to crack through the ice, and you know you're gonna have to jump in the boat to break off that last piece of ice to get in the water.
Nick, what do we do, lad?
Well,
The ice is breaking.
well, get in, you fool!
It's not an athletic check. It's not a dexterity. You guys have ropes that you've been pulling. You knew they had climbing ropes at each point that you were there. Hopefully, Finnick gave him this idea before you got there. To plan not to egress out of the boat, but to egress into the boat.
Yeah.
You get on the boat, and Finnick, you're in charge. So as you
Well,
go ahead.
the wind. Which way is the wind going? Well, anyways, it doesn't really matter. Actually, we can go either way anyway.
I'm just gonna put out the big map so we can zoom in on the lake, and I can give you a little. Let's get zoomed in here. All right, so when you get out of East Haven and you head into the lake, normally follow the eastern shoreline just where it gets to be deep. So we're talking a
So we're going
tenth
north
of an
otherwise.
inch. You're going to go northeast. Follow the
Yep.
northeast coast.
Yep.
You're not going deep. You're not going to the middle of the lake. You know where the knuckleheads would be, what depth they'd be at. So you're just scouring far enough to be at the depth, but close enough you can see the shore. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And no, that is not the shore. That right there is ice. The
That
shore
is
is over there.
Yeah, exactly. Go to the blue stuff, not the white stuff.
Okay, I'll let you draw it.
So I mean, you're sailing, you're oaring. There's, the sail isn't doing anything. You guys are using the long oars to get yourself moving. You feel like you're in charge. You're doing your best Titanic, standing at the front of the boat. Or
you guys are oaring.
exactly, or from Forrest Gump's. Your Bill, whatever his name was, Dan, Captain Dan, Lieutenant Dan. You're pointing out there. The shrimp are over there.
Do we have war drums to keep us rowing and beat?
This is actually really, really easy. Guys, give me your perceptions. Let's just see what happens here. Somebody roll better than a... Ouch. Okay, so Howler.
Better than a 20? I
watching
can't
them.
roll that much better than a 20.
No, I was looking to hit the Phoenix 4.
Yeah, it's a 1.
So,
Plus
so,
It's
so
a new
Finnick
boat.
is
He's
looking,
trying to get, used to the new operation of this boat.
Exactly. He's looking to the left towards the water. You're looking towards the right. You're looking, starboard and looking towards the land. And you see a boat just pulled up on the land,
Hoi! Land boat!
which probably
Land
thoroughly
boat.
confused. Yeah. Finnick.
And then they grab you and turn you around and show you.
Ah, damn land shark must have got it.
There's sharks on land?
Oh, never mind. It's a fisherman thing. We will position the boat and steer the boat that way just slightly.
Just that way
This-
slightly. Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to get stuck.
So the rowboat leans on the side of the
We
shore.
don't have a
Just-
rowboat.
No, the rowboat you found
Oh,
is leaning on it.
Well,
Yes,
that's
you do.
different.
You're going to go right up to the ice, get down on the ice, and walk out to the shore.
Is that rowboat the size of the ship we're looking for? Is it looks a little small?
It is.
There's 10 missing fishermen.
No, they've been gone for 10 days. There's only 4 of them. 4 fishermen, 10 days.
this is your specialty of how many people fit in a boat.
Exactly.
I'm sure there's our boat that we just pulled up beside of the ice. There has a rope on it that we can take the rope towards.
So you see this boat tipped on its side. Feels like they pulled it up onto this off the ice onto the shore, and easily you guys can get on the hard ice and work your way. Once the boat stops because it can't break the ice anymore, that's when you say, "Hey, probably thick enough. If it stops a boat, we can walk on it." You get out of your
Good
boat
assumption.
and you walk. As long as you go off the bow, don't go off the
Yeah.
back of the boat.
I'll let the
The
dwarf
aft
go
guard.
first.
Sounds like we
Okay.
need a Navyman to tell us that.
Exactly. So don't go off the stern. Don't go off the stern. Go off the bow. So you go off the front. You land on the ice. Does anybody have crampons?
Yes,
Yep.
Yes.
we put them on and adjust ourselves appropriately to grid surface.
So you walk your, I don't know, 10, 20 meters to the shore. You've thrown your not an ice anchor, but an ice claw to keep your boat attached to the ice.
Yeah.
And you see the boat. What do you guys do?
Look around it, see what we see.
Is that the
All
boat
right.
we're looking for? The name
And
written on it?
and painted in some form of blackish greenish color, it says the Bunch o' Knuckles along the side.
Fools.
So go ahead. So as you approach the boat, you notice that it is pulled up onto the shore. It's not far from the 80-foot high cliffs that are along the shoreline. And up there, you see mouths of 4 caves dot the snowy cliffside. One of these caves is at water level, and the others are elevated at 20 to 30 feet above the frozen lake. You hear howling wind coming from these cave mouths. What do you guys do?
Do we see any light or anything up near them?
No, you don't see any light up by the caves.
I'm investigating the boat to see if there's any kind of indication of why they pulled up or anything else, like a
You
hole in the
actually-
boat or something like that.
There's no hole in the boat, but what you do see is a set of faint tracks leading away from the boat towards the southernmost cave, which is the cave that's almost the level of the shoreline. And I guess perception. Yeah, give me another perception. Ollie, you can do this.
So I point out tracks lead that way, and then we all take a look.
Okay.
Do fishermen
I'm
tend
pretty
to,
perceptive today.
They like store their fish in caves, or why would they go to a cave?
I, uh,
I can only think that maybe something caught their attention.
yeah, I mean, they were
And
drunk. Maybe they were
Or
looking for
and
something not
Howler
fishy.
and Howler and Bacon, you can smell this spicy scent in the air emanating from from these caves.
It's roasted fishermen.
And it smells delicious.
Spicy scent. I turned to Finnick and I pointed out, and I go, "Do you smell that? What would be in the caves that would smell like that? Would I know anything living in the mountains or anything of any caves that smell something like that?"
It smells good.
perhaps
Maybe
there
they
was
got their.
bears or some creature that they went to the caves and killed and are cooking it.
I love owl bear.
All right. So,
It's gonna be an owlbear
owlbear.
cooking up them.
I befriended a baby owl bear when I was younger and sent it back to its mom.
Oh.
Well, I guess we should check it out.
All right. So as you look up at the cliffs, you see four caves, four entrances.
We're
All four
taking the
of those.
same tracks that they lead to the lowest one or whatever.
That's what they do. They lead to the southern area. Let me I'm just putting you guys on the map here.
There
I
should
wish
be
I
no
could
map.
figure
We're
out.
just investigating. There's no
Oh,
fight.
I'm with you. I hear you. I'm putting you in front of the four openings. You get to choose. You already said what you chose.
Yeah, we're
So
following the tracks.
you're following the tracks, and they come to an opening. Now, first thing you notice as you approach this, well, was the smell, but you also notice above you two circling, flying creatures. They're a good distance above you, and they seem to be circling directly around you.
I point up and I don't like the looks of that.
Let me open this up for you. La 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 la. Getting rid of this. Save. Go back to this, and you guys are now on here. So if I move this down, so you guys basically followed that's the blue stuff in the middle. That's the ice water. You're on the shore. The boat, somewhere over here. But as you approach the caves to the north, you see two solo. All right, you can go back. You see two flying creatures just within your sight. They're about 60 feet above you.
And they look like they're just circling.
They're
like
circling you right now. Yep.
I don't think that we should sit out here too long.
Aye.
So you've got 3
How high up are they?
60 feet.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Let's move over to the caves where we got some cover.
Yep.
Hopefully they're not roosting in the caves.
And let's hope there is.
They attack us. We kill their eggs.
Dangerous inside the caves.
Okay, so you guys are going to enter where you saw what looks like the 4 tracks led up to, correct?
We're gonna follow the tracks, yeah.
Okay. So as you get to the cave, move this over here, and I know you're going to say you can't see anything, and I don't really care right now about that.
Cast light, so I do see
Sounds good.
stuff.
Oh yeah, you do. You want to see how good your light spell is?
Holy whoop. Oh, I know why. It reflects off the ice and just kind of bounces everywhere.
And there's probably a disco ball somewhere. All right, so things you notice about these caves. There's a constant moaning wind. The howling wind that blows through these caves sounds like a moaning crone, who's bone-chilling enough to deter the most would-be explorers. The wind blows out candles and other small flames, but is otherwise harmless.
How high are the cliffs here?
The cliffs are the entrances are at the front. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
There it's 20 feet, 30 feet, and 30 feet.
Do we see where the tracks led? Which one they may have led into?
The tracks lead into this one, which is the one that is at shore level.
Yep.
Okay.
Do they seem to be like tracks that were in a hurry?
No.
Okay.
You see a group of 4 tracks, and I'm going to have to take a break out, take my medicine, but it's a group of tracks that slowly are working their way along this frozen, it looks like a frozen river.
Yep.
Your crampons keep you walking. Ice is everywhere. Slippery ice covers every wall, ceiling, and floor. With
So I'm
you guys with
definitely behind
crampons,
everybody else because I don't have crampons.
okay. So then you have to
Moving
slow
slowly.
down.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So you have it's with what is it?
Difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain for you. And I'll be right back. You guys figure out where you're going.
Do y'all want to take a bio break or keep talking?
We figure it. So how far ahead is Finnick gonna take point, and does he want to be a certain distance in front of us or not?
I have no interest of having to be ahead in front of you guys too far. I'm just went ahead because I felt like this was
Okay.
the appropriate route and less chance of those findings coming after us.
Do you want me to stay 5, 10, 15, 20 feet behind you?
Just
I'm
go ahead
not.
and be right behind him, because
Yeah,
then we might
I'm
as
not
well stay
attempting to move.
together.
I'm not attempting to move silently. This is about safety. This is not about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneak.
Anytime you're on ice, it's about safety, not about stealth.
I'd say since I'm a big guy, put at least 5 to 10 foot between you and me. This
Oh,
way, my weight,
that's where you're
if,
going.
if
Yep.
we're on ice. But this way, if you need to duck down or something, I'm not messing up. If you try to do a quick stealth, hide behind something if you see something.
It's that cold. I'm
Yes.
assuming this is all
Your
pretty
point.
solid.
It feels pretty solid to me. I don't hear any cracks.
What
Yeah,
did
you are
what
walking.
did you guys want light cast on? Because it's either on somebody or on my shield. One of the two.
It's on your shield's fine.
Okay.
The walk that you're on is a completely solid ice walkway.
Do not want to know how big or what these things were in the water.
What they
I'll be-
are. Like giants?
Yeah, they had to be giants. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something quick.
Yep. Yep. I will grab some.
Okay. Taking a couple-minute break. We'll be right back. Yay,
You know,
and we're
On
back.
purpose.
All right. So our intrepid adventurers have entered the southern cave, and the wind is blowing, the ice is icing, and as you move forward, the only thing you can figure, Finnick, is there is probably water flowing under this, but
Yeah.
it's got to be like the bottom.
Yep.
You
Can we
know,
see
where-
through the ice at all?
No, it's not clear. It's dirty water.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see frozen fish or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay.
When I get to this corner here, I kind of peer around the corner and just kind of see if I see anything. And
Nothing?
all the tracks look like, if the tracks still walking, do they still look like they're regular tracks, or are the
Yep.
tracks kind of gone because we're on like pure ice now? No snow.
Nope, they're still walking.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Did anybody bring their map of East Haven with you, or the local area, the town 10 town most visited places map?
I'm Goliath. I don't read that much.
Then
It's,
Finnick.
I tossed in the garbage with the best celebrity homes map.
Okay. So then I can give Finnick.
This is the beautiful ice caves of the east.
Oh, you are so close. Let's give
Beautiful,
Finnick.
beautiful ice caves of East Haven.
Yeah. It's not.
This is called the
okay,
Hermit's Hold.
Well, that's the question: is would it be? I guess it's map like. So would that be survival, or would that be history or nature?
Or would that be your
No, it's
option?
not nature.
What
It's
you're
true.
trying to do is
If
you're
it's
trying
a
to
place
bring up.
that's well known, it would be like a history check.
Yeah,
Okay,
history.
then you do a history check.
You do as who?
That would be Finnick.
I saw you point one direction, but I was away from him, and I'm like, I don't know where you're pointing.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, my
pointed at
history.
you.
Because
I
I'm
point-
doing amazing at history today.
And you do know.
Okay.
These are called the Cauldron Caves. You do know that.
These are the Cauldron Caves,
Yes, they are.
if I'm not mistaken.
I'm still following my nose.
What do you know about the Cauldron Caves? Out of curiosity.
Well, when they're not frozen over, I hear there's some good fishing.
That is true. Let's see.
Ooh,
Right.
is that a step up or a step down in the waterfall?
That is a short waterfall going up. And it is it's a 10 foot or 20. I suppose it's easy. It is a
20 foot's not really easy. That's kind of a hike straight up on a white waterfall.
not for that Goliath.
Ah.
It is this waterfall now takes the form of a 10-foot tall sheet of ice.
Yep. I
You
grab
can
some.
climb it with an athletics or strength check.
Or can I just help pick him up and shove him up there? Since
I
I'm
also
such a
have
small person.
I'll just grab my climber's kit stuff out and just climb it and use the stuff appropriate to climb up, including the toe
Okay.
picks and everything else.
I
Just
also
toss
I
you
have
up
a grappling hook and 50 feet of rope. So
And I also have rope as well. So if we need to put rope down, we can put rope down. If we need to tie the ropes together to make a ladder, we can tie them to make a ladder.
Hey, so you're using your ice picks and stuff?
Yeah, I got toe picks and everything appropriate with the climbing kit. So I'm gonna climb up the side and then toss the rope down.
Well, unfortunately, you're using ice picks on a thin sheet of ice.
Okay.
And when you broke in, this weird water creature comes out and looks really pissed at you.
Do I stab it with my pick since I broke it? That's where it
No.
broke. So that doesn't get stabbed with the pick. That's a melee damage kick right there for sure.
No, what it is you broke the ice, which released it. So you
So
should have
did
received a
I-
picture of a water weird. You did not
Yep.
damage it.
Did I
Water weird.
get up above it, or am I below it though?
The shatter is not the ice pick size where the pick went in. When you shattered it, you opened a nice 2-foot hole.
That's fine. Am I above it or below it?
You were below it.
Okay, so
Step
Yeah,
out of the
it
way
was
of
your
water
next-
so you don't get cold.
It was you were picking up when.
gotcha.
So what? 7 feet up?
Yeah, the picks are on my toes, so that's why I was kind of curious.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you were.
No, they're actually
ice
picks
picking.
on your toes. No, they're actually picks on my toes. You
Then
use to dig in.
I got. So then it would be below you. Sorry.
Okay.
You should just let me throw you up there.
And it appears as clappy as a ham. And you see it. So basically, it appeared between you and Big Boy.
Well, those are no good. Can't eat those things.
So at this point, Bacon, you don't. Well, I guess you do see it, but Howler, you do not. Finnick, definitely.
Yep.
I mean, we're moving forward.
Is it taking an attack stance since it's PO'd?
Nope.
No, I heard
Since
a
you
crack
free.
of ice, and
We freed it.
I heard a crack of
That's
ice, and I tried to freeze, and my dexterity save was 11, and I probably fell on my butt because I
Oh,
don't
so
have
you're-
the things that you guys are all walking easily on. So
It only takes a 10 to walk.
okay,
over
so
on it.
I like whoa, 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 and then I like stopped.
And you're gonna have to roll initiative.
Oh,
Just
wanted
me?
you to know
That's
it.
not fair. I'm the farthest one back.
Yes, you are.
I'm glad it's a 10 in real life too, because man, I would have felt my butt so much last year.
I was still moving up because I was where you were talking. I was thinking, oh, okay, well, it's not going to fight us.
Well, I can't
So I was gonna
resize
give it
this
room to
other
go
than it
by.
expanding
Yep.
both ways. That's weird. Hi, Jasmine. I see you. Stop stepping on my keyboard.
Step harder.
Okay, so putting people in order here. Stop whining, baby dog. All right, I'm missing. What'd you guys get? Because I don't see you on the thing. Bacon, I have. Briar, I have. Finnick, I have, and Howler has a 17. So
As I say, I clicked on my icon. It
I
just
got you.
didn't work.
I'll get you. I got it.
At least two of us get to go before
Nine.
it.
I just don't understand why I can't resize the box more than like bottom and side at the same time.
I don't know. Actually, player
Last
gets
time I
to
was
go
able to
before
do,
that.
like left to right and up and down, but now it's like moving both.
I can't.
You
It only
you got to
does
pay
it.
extra for that.
All right. So
Oh, you're right. It doesn't do both at the same time.
No, it
All right,
always
so-
does both at the
I
same
got
time.
it.
Finnick.
Mine does.
What do I know about these things?
You do know that they are an elemental type.
Yep.
You see it come out. You see it approach a, say, like a serpent type strike position. What do you do?
I don't know how I want to go about this, honestly. I kind of don't want to be first in action right now. I will go ahead.
You see it looking at you, at least
Yep.
what looks like the pedestal head, then looking back at down at Briar, then over at say Bacon, then back at you. So
I'm going to try to speak to it.
okay.
In Primordial, I will try to soothe it like you would soothe an animal. I don't know if that's a possibility, but
You want to be friends.
I'm like, I'm like, calm down. We are not here to hurt you. We didn't come here to. I'm sorry. Sorry for waking you up. Whatever I had to do, and I'm not even sure if it understands primordial, but I think it does.
And it's looking at you. You don't see an expression. It doesn't have a face.
Yeah.
But it's basically. Uh. You gave what you thought was a good college try.
Yep. And then that's actually technically, I think, to do that's an action. So that's my action, and then I will disengage.
Okay.
And step to. These are really weird squares, so I'm
Yeah.
not really sure what we got
I was
going
just
on
saying,
here.
a 4x4 square is
You're
a 5
there.
foot square.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 4x4 is a 5 foot square.
Okay. I was gonna ask
I-
that when it came to my turn.
So I quote unquote bonus action disengage, and I just move to the side over here.
Okay.
Basically, like, I asked to cut, that we're not here, whatever, and I backed off.
Okay, so you're done?
Yep.
Howler's turn.
I will
Well,
slowly
you think
move
so,
my
huh?
full 15 feet so I don't fall down, and then I see it, and I'm like, what the heck? What is that?
Okay.
It's pretty weird looking, isn't it?
It's
It
a new
looks like a-
pet.
Yeah, it's a brand new pet. Okay.
I will
so-
cast Sacred Flame at it. Needs a dex save. Did you make
Looking
a dex
for-
save?
I'm trying to figure something out. Okay, so I can do a dex save. That's no big deal. It did. Did it come out? No. See, it didn't let me do it as a. It didn't give me the options. I rolled a 22.
Okay, then
I get it. I
saves.
get it. Do it, and that's fine. And so you see it stare right at you now. It turns and it just. But it doesn't approach. So are you done?
Yeah.
So you see it goes back into the hole that was cracked open. And I need to switch this. And it disappears. What do you do?
It's gonna burst up from underneath me, guys.
I don't know if the creature is looking to harm us. Perhaps
there
he
solid-
just was surprised.
Is there any solid ground we can get to that anybody sees?
Is there any solid ground that we can get to that all the walls are solid, the ground is solid.
Well, I can't see up top, so I'm.
It's solid
Well,
ice.
there's a waterfall spewing out onto us right now, right? Or is it running behind the ice?
It
break?
runs behind the ice.
Okay.
I tell the guys I can throw them up on over the waterfall real quick if they want me to.
Oh, I just lift me up, lad. No,
Okay.
Don't throw me.
no need to throw.
I
The
lift,
dwarf tossing today.
but it's so much fun. So I lift.
Okay, so Bacon gets lifted
I
up.
look back at last comrade and say, "You're next."
I'll make it on my own.
Okay.
No, thank you. I think I'll touch myself. Thank you.
After you make it, I'll climb up.
Well, Finnick was going to drop a line so people pull themselves up. That sort. If I remember correctly. Right,
Yeah, that
Finnick?
was the idea until whatever
Yeah,
happened.
Water Boy showed up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you all make it up there, and water does not come back out. And now you're on the top side of the said thingamajiggy of the river. What do you want to do?
Well,
do
do the passage look this way? Does it look like they went in here?
Yep.
Or
To the right.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they went in here. I think from this point forward, we should move us slightly quieter, though, if we're gonna go this way.
I look at him and do not poke holes in the water.
Pretty sure if anybody's here, they already know we're here. If my light is reflecting through everything.
Yeah. But I'm saying they still know.
That's what
where
I
we
was
are.
told. So
You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Up to you. Doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna get on the surface of because on the ice is never the best place to be.
Never be on the ice. Never. All right. So approaching forward. Still approaching. Still approaching.
So are we out of combat?
All following me? I don't want to get too far ahead.
All right, so now this is where there's actually a rise. It looks like it's getting to higher elevation than the where Briar is. Looks like it's going up.
Start chewing some bubble gum to help the pop into the ears.
All right, so let's see. We're in the middle of the day here. You
Well-
actually once Briar roll. Well, I got Finnick and Briar there. Give me a perception.
Yep.
I see nothing.
Oh,
Got something in my eyes today, and I just can't quite, keep focused on my ability to see.
perception.
Flick the frost off your eyebrow.
Right?
I don't even see your perception. There,
There we
you
go.
So which one? 8 or 24? The
Got
8
it.
was your first one.
First one was 8.
Okay, so did you roll one there? Oh, Finnick. Okay, yeah, you did. I see
Yeah.
it pop. All right. So as you walk in, you see in the middle of the room a pile of bones, and so we're talking. This whole thing is the room, but this center area is a big pile of bones, and sitting in the middle of these bones is the skeleton of a frost giant. It's encased in ice.
So it's been
It's
there a
just-
while.
It's been there a while,
Yeah, that tight
And-
squeeze to get in there.
and
Yeah.
the minute Briar actually now stepped into the room, you see the ice starting to crack around this skeleton.
Oh. Think you woke
Sometimes
Frosty
you don't
up.
walk into rooms.
They pushed me.
All right.
5 feet away. Or, no, 2.5 feet away.
Okay. So a giant is breaking out of ice. What are you doing?
Well, only a skeleton, right? Not the whole giant.
It's a skeleton of a giant breaking out of the ice.
Or we can turn and go back, or we can stand
Or
fight.
you can
or-
take it down before it breaks out.
Right.
All right,
hurry
do we
up.
want to?
Let's get it
Yes.
last.
Where
This
is it?
The way that
I don't see no damn
we should have
skeleton.
anyway.
Must be here. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's huge.
See up
Hey.
us.
You see it sitting there going, straining to get through. So if you'd like to roll an initiative turn to get an order,
I would love to. Because we need to. If it's a skeleton, especially, we need to eliminate the threat as soon as possible.
Oh, that's right. It's a new thing.
okay. So I've got everybody but Howler.
And bacon was actually a
Yep,
4.
Oh, what? Okay, I can change it. There you
Oh,
go.
that's right. I can change it too. I forgot that. Thank you.
Oh, Howler says, hello, everybody, back off. So currently, you have initiative to do whatever you'd like. So in this round, how many rounds are in a turn? 6 or 10?
9 rounds.
How many
in a turn.
rounds are in a
Huh?
turn?
Yeah,
Or
One
how many
such thing as a,
for each
there's no
person.
such thing as a turn anymore.
So
A
it's all
turn
just
is old.
It's just
a
a
A turn
round.
is old technology now, or old terminology now.
okay. So what is it?
It's just every round's a round, or your turn is your
Every
actual
round is
turn.
6 seconds.
Okay, so but
Yep.
a round and a turn is the same thing.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do? You're up there, Howler.
I would definitely suggest if we could take it out before it gets out. It's a good idea.
I will walk
Oh.
up and channel Divinity Radiance of Dawn. I'm not dispelling the magical darkness, but each creature within 30 feet that is hostile, that doesn't take total cover, must make a con saving throw. So if he's already breaking out of the ice, he's not in total cover anymore, right?
Correct. There's pieces of ice that are breaking off of him.
Yeah.
So he's not total
So
cover.
con saving throw, DC 12. Otherwise, he takes 2d10 plus 2 radiant damage. And if he's a skeleton and undead, I don't know if he's... So he saves, so he'll take half.
So how much is he taking?
Two and 1 plus 2 is 5. So he takes half that.
Rounding up.
That
So
hurts.
Still radiant though.
But
There you
I
go.
don't know if he's undead, if he's, I
He
don't
is
know what
undead.
Is he vulnerable to radiant damage?
Vulnerabilities. It does not say he's vulnerable to radiant.
Okay. Then he just takes the half, so he takes 2.
Okay, so
That was the most useless channel divinity I think I have ever seen on a character. At least on a roll.
Yep. That was pretty sad.
hold on a
Next
second.
one
So
will be better.
I'm looking for
And
something.
then I step back 5 feet.
I was looking up a definition here. What is
Vulnerability
some creatures-
means I take twice damage.
Okay, that's what I was making sure.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. So that was Howler. Finnick.
Its hands and everything are still caught in the ice, right?
Correct. He cannot do anything. You just see him going.
I will
Correct.
walk up to him, and
Correct.
since he's restrained, right?
Yeah, technically.
Okay, so I get advantage on to hit.
And since there's a person 5 feet from it, do you get your sneak attack? Or you have to be in
Yes.
stealth? Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and hit with my short sword.
Okay.
Maybe, maybe not. 10 to hit. Doesn't hit.
Nope.
And then I will try to dagger it right after with my offhand. Still restrained. And I'll hit with my dagger.
Okay.
For 10 points of damage.
10.
And then I just, whenever I back up and let everybody else that needs to move.
So, Briar,
See healthy yet or no?
can we see if he's healthy yet? Well, he
His
looks like
health?
he's been eating, and no,
Yeah.
No, he hasn't been eating. He's a skeleton.
that's right. He
Yeah.
hasn't eaten anything.
Well,
I liked Tom. I like your idea of showing health after it's down to a certain point.
Right. So what I do to do that is you have your total health.
Yeah.
And
You hit.
What is it I do? Right. So the first number the second number I put it at half the total. So then
Gotcha. So when it reaches that,
that's when you start seeing it go down. Right.
so if I put this,
So instead of 10 out of 10, you do 10 out of 5.
right, but now do I click the C now, or does it automatically show at 51?
We don't. No, we're not seeing anything.
No, but now do I have it?
It won't show at
C?
all unless you see now.
So right now you see what?
Yep, a green bar with a plus, which means we
Okay.
don't know how much health it has.
Gotcha. Okay. That's all I want to see. All right, that works.
Cool.
That works, Tom. Thank you. Okay, so you hit for 11. Da-na-na, na-na-na-na-na. All right.
And I took my attack, so I'm done for right now.
Okay. I'm
Bigot.
going to poke around, peek around the corner at it, and I'm going to thrust a hand out, and shadow begins to swirl around my hand, and I shoot out a blast of dark, shadowy essence, crackling with
Right
purple
through the
and
middle
blue
of like
energy.
my almost daylight spell.
Yep.
So it's the anti-daylight spell.
Oh, I think I hit it
Yeah, you do.
for 2 points of force damage. Yay!
Yeah. Okay.
And that's my turn. I don't think there's anything I want to do with my bonus. Nope. Okay, I'm done.
All right. And now it's Howler's turn again. You see it breaking more and more out of the ice. It has now gotten its upper half broken out, and you can see it's using its hands and its giant two-handed axe, its great axe, to chip away at the ice around it. It cannot reach any of you, even though you're right next to it, because all it wants to do is break out of the ice.
Come on, lads. We've got to hit it harder than that.
I'm doing my fair share.
Well, if it's restrained, is it automatically failing dexterity saves?
It should, yes.
Okay?
Sacred Frame.
Frame?
Yep. So he takes 2 points of radiant damage because he would automatically fail the dex save.
All right. There you go.
Same amount of damage. Damn this god.
Fennec?
That's what you get for when you run away from your duties. Oops.
Well, I don't sit in my duty. I leave it and run. Yes.
Y'all are bad.
Yeah.
What's Fennec doing?
It still hasn't broken out yet.
Not yet.
I'm going to run up and try to, this time, actually hit with the short sword. Because it would be just amazing to actually hit him with the short sword. And he's still
Yeah.
restrained, so I will hit him with a short sword.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you will.
And I will do 22 points of damage to him.
Okay.
So not too bad on the rolls there.
Nope.
And I will then reach over and try to hit him with an offhand. My dagger again.
Okay. That one
12
doesn't
does
do
not
it.
hit. And then I just kind of back off because I know I can't do anything about it.
Okay.
So it's my
Briar?
turn. And
You do have advantage to hit, just so you know, against him.
okay, I do.
If it's melee, yeah.
Yep.
So you can roll again to see if you get a critical. Or
Yeah.
don't make it advantage, just attack again.
Okay, so
Same longsword, same attack.
Yep.
Just do a normal attack.
Yep.
Don't change it. So, okay, how about a long sword, not a long bow? Thing with his sword. There you
Yeah.
go. That or you just hit him with your longbow, like you smacked him in the head. So you got
It's kind
better.
of like
but-
the other
but you-
Goliath that we used to have that used to throw bows at people. It's a better
exactly.
attack.
So you're using it one-handed, correct?
yes.
So you do 4 points of damage. Oh my goodness, you chinked it. Chinked its armor. Bacon.
All right.
Is it wearing armor too in the middle of the ice?
It is wearing, it looks like broken pieces of armor. It has
Tatters,
What's
still
this called?
remnants,
Armor
stuck to it.
scraps.
Yeah.
This is one of those instances where heat metal
No.
would almost be worse than good.
So here's the thing, guys. Go ahead, Briar or Bacon.
Okay. I'm going to. I guess I'm just going to do the same thing again. Oh,
That works.
there
That's
we
good.
go. Now we're hitting it. I'm done.
48.
Now we're hitting it. I'm done.
All right. All right. So it now joins, but it joins.
So it
There.
breaks out.
It now breaks out. Let me get to this. Actually, he goes here, but it's gonna. Its initiative now is a 1. So, Howler attack.
Or it was a 20 and it just went. I don't know.
Its first attack is during the 3rd turn, but it
Yeah.
rolls an initiative of 1. So technically, you guys get 3 full rounds.
And if we get hit by it, I have this feeling it's going to.
See, I should have done Fairy Fire on it so we had advantage now. But now I can make it stick safe.
And with a mighty roar.
I don't like these spell
roars.
things, so I take out my crossbow again because that's what I was always good at when I was on watch and I take a shot at him.
I respect that.
Yeah.
And you go twink, and you die.
Nice
Nice.
damage.
That works. Yeah. All right.
Told you that's what I'm good at. This guy should have been a fighter. He's not no priest.
Finnick, what do you do?
Well, now that it's free, huh?
Yeah.
I will. And now that's free. I am going to throw a couple. It's up. It's standing up, right? It's
It
free.
is
Free.
standing. It is broken out. Its
Okay.
great axe is ready to strike. He's
Up.
drooling if he could over Briar.
I am throwing. I'm going to throw a couple daggers at him. So I
Alright.
throw my first dagger. I don't have advantage anymore.
Still
Uh,
hits.
23 to hit. So he does. Minimum rolls 5 points of damage.
Okay.
That's painful.
Second attack.
Yep, and then I'll throw another dagger. This one doesn't do as much damage though.
You hit.
16 hits. He does 5 points of damage.
All right.
But you said it wasn't going to do as much damage.
Yeah, you just shut up. Yeah. Actually, no, it does. It doesn't. Sorry, it only does 3 points of damage.
But
All
that
right.
It does
doesn't
3
hit
points.
Yeah.
It does 3 points.
Go ahead, Briar.
All right. So make sure I got longsword. And 16 should hit
It hits it.
for 5.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna expel my action surge to take a second swing at it.
Okay.
And make sure I got longsword.
That
14.
that just hits it. For 11.
Nice.
And I prepare myself to take a hit now.
And then
Okay.
Bacon. What do you do?
All right. One more blast. So I shoot another blast of shadow at it. Oh,
You
I
need
barely hit.
you need a 14. So what kind of damage do you do?
Oh,
Ouch.
Ew.
This is a very
Oh.
resilient
It
skeleton.
is standing tall, and
Okay,
in your
just-
head, Finnick, your something is tickling your spidey tingles. You're getting a
damn
spidey
it,
tingle.
Spider.
Yes, it is. And it attacks the. Actually, it can hit. Not just Briar. So. And it misses.
Yep.
So then it attacks again.
no.
And it misses.
No.
Oh. And the damage is.
Sorry.
That's okay. 18. I'm definitely going to use my stone endurance.
It's only a plus
That's a
9 to
one.
hit, guys. We're fine.
That's a
Yeah.
1d12
All
plus
good.
2.
So you only take 12 points of damage.
So 1d12 plus 2. So that'd be 8. So that'd be 10 points.
10 points of damage, correct. Okay.
Yep. That's
Sorry.
half of my life, though.
Did you have a
Howler,
long rest
what do you
before
do?
you came out here?
Yeah, we all did.
Okay.
You stayed overnight.
I didn't put in a long rest, so I don't know if I have long spells, but okay. I'm gonna go. You
I
hit
just wonder if
hard,
it hits that hard.
and then shoot him again, and miss.
Okay, Finnick.
This is how you do it. I throw a dagger at it.
And you miss.
And I throw another dagger at it offhand, of course.
You hit.
The 14 hits. Yeah.
How much?
It's a little funky. So it's actually only 8 points of damage.
And what happens when this pile of bones turns back into a pile of bones?
It crumbles all over itself
On
And
top
the
of
great
another pile of bones?
on top of our pile of bones, and the great axe falls at the feet of Briar. Yeah.
Okay, so as
This
you
is just
see,
those.
as you see this just pile of bones break apart, start to crumble and fall on top of itself, in the back of your head you're going, now I remember. These caves where the frost giants, where elderly frost giants went to end their lives. They would drown in the sacred spring in these caves somewhere to end their life.
Yeah.
So you know that.
This one
And
didn't quite make it.
no, it looks like he came back for seconds. So this thing collapses now and hits the ground and rumble, dumble. What do you do?
How's the broad axe look?
Like a giant great axe? It's just a great axe. It's nothing special that you can see or tell or.
Looks like it's an unsell, or probably
All right,
not much.
so Howler just left.
I just creep forward and look around the corner.
Okay, and you see a little like rising.
Remember, lights on my shield.
So does anybody do anything?
Nothing. I don't hear
searched through the
anything. I
bones
don't.
and stuff.
Okay.
Following.
I searched through the bones and stuff. See anything?
Okay, well, roll your. I guess do some perception. See if you know any anatomy.
That's not a bone.
Well, actually, Briar finds the bones of 4 dwarves that look like they've been freshly cleaned. So you and Finnick are there, and you look at Finnick and you say,
Are these our mission fishermen?
"These look like fresh bones, and they're
Yes.
all dwarf-sized."
Yeah, but we don't know if that's them for sure. Are there any scraps of anything else of their owners? Like they had trinkets?
There's
for the s-
nothing. There's nothing on them except there's just pile of bones, but they are the topmost bones. They're the newest bones, and they don't have the age that
And-
other bones have.
That's. Can we try to determine that with the medicine?
Yeah, sure.
Not trained in it though, so.
No, I know.
Oh, they just look fresh. That's it,
They look like fresh bones.
and they don't smell spicy.
You could bring one over to me if you want. I'll take a look at it, but
We call you back to check out what we found as quietly as possible.
As that echoes
I'm
throughout.
just following my nose. I look
Okay,
around
so
the corner.
you're following your nose, and you see a cauldron right in the
Is there
middle of the
anything
room.
around it?
You see an. What do you want? Let me see. Let me change this. Yeah, as you pop in, you see a. Boop. Boop.
Ice hag.
You see a. Well, no, just an old woman sitting there next to what between around the cauldron
A
and
tiny old woman.
and a looks like a preparation table that has butcher knives and fillet knives, and there's blood all over it, and there's looks like maybe armor pieces off to the side, and she beckons you to come in and says, "You've made it for dinner, haven't you? Come on, come on." There's always room for more at the table. Yeah, yeah.
Do I see anything else?
Go wrong.
You see the hag, and you also see what looks like a dimmed floating light next to her.
I'll walk in.
So you walk in, and I'm just doing what you did, Tom. I'm changing all their hit things because I like that idea.
You might want to
What?
resize them too.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, that looks perfect.
He likes being a midget. There you go. That better? Okay. So you see.
Well,
you
if
see
she's
this old
that big,
woman.
maybe I don't want to walk in.
Yeah, you don't walk in.
I
And
thought she
Finnick,
was a little Lydian.
and apparently Finnick is leaving.
No.
I thought you were
moved to
going
the
north.
Side. I moved to the side originally to get by.
Okay. So as you see this, and she's doing her old woman, come on in, come closer, let me see you. You look healthy, you look plump, you look
No,
Very-
no.
you look very, what's the word I'm looking for? And she cackles, and as she cackles, the wisp starts to light and brighten up, and as it brightens up, you see this disgusting old sea hag.
Let's just say insight. I know she's not offering me goodies, so
she's
my
she's
reaction
offering-
is Sacred Flame on her right away.
Okay, so you do a sacred
Ooh.
flame on her. Let me do this. Let me do this. You see this as you approach. Once the light gets brighter, you see her with intestines
Oh, I
coming
love
on.
the eyes.
Let me go here.
Oh, that's all the love
I need-
trinkets.
Give me a second. I just have to pop this up. Ba-boom. Okay, so that's what I want right there. La 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 la. And the first thing she does is you see her. Ouch. Hmm. I need. Okay, so it's well lit because of this wisp, and you have your light that can go 30 feet. The wisp is 30 feet. It is a completely full lit room. So I need Bacon and Howler to a DC 11 Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
DC 11.
Nope.
Okay. So you are frightened. And both of you try to get as far and as fast away from her as possible.
On
Are
our
we
turn,
frightened?
right?
Or
On
are
your
we-
turn, you're frightened.
Okay.
So we just can't move closer to her.
Correct. You don't, and yes.
We don't run away from her. We're not.
But if she moves closer to you, you're gonna move away from her. Yes.
I don't know how that works.
It's
I just know we
So
can't
the-
move closer to her.
right. So in 5e, it technically is you have disadvantage on
Yep.
on attacking her. But you just don't go closer. You can't move closer, but it doesn't force you to move away.
Okay.
Correct.
And
so if
because
she
of the
moves
willow,
towards us, we just stay where we're at.
so
Unless
I
it's
want
a
to.
special ability of hers.
I want to do one thing. I want to have you guys roll a percentiles, and it has to be low because it says you weren't surprised because the light was emitted from the wisp. You didn't turn around the corner into her full
Okay.
view.
Right.
She was presented to you. So you have it says targets can avert their eyes, making their before making their initial saving throw. So, do you want to have a chance to avert your eyes? So, D100 below, Powler got it. That's no big deal. 50% chance, and you both averted your eyes. So this round you are not frightened.
Okay.
If you choose to look at her next round, you will have to. And
Right.
Briar, if you get into the green circle, you'll have to.
I don't see any green circle here.
Yeah. There's
Okay,
no
great.
circle that
Oh,
we can
sorry.
see.
The green circle basically extends 15 feet to Bacon, where
Oh,
Howler
right.
is. You guys are in the circle. Briar and Finnick are not. Where she's standing. Okay? How do I show a circle?
Do the aura thing on her, and then you have to
Okay.
make it visible.
If
I'm
you
trying-
already see one, is it on the GM layer?
I'm on the GM layer right now, and I'm trying. It's not in the GM layer.
It's usually a token
Background?
thing.
Okay, token.
So like if I go to my token and I double click on it, it opens up the thing.
The
And go to
thing.
the.
Wait, is it
that
something
opens
you
up the
already
character
see,
sheet
though,
on my-
Martin?
Say again, sorry, Tom.
Is it something you already see?
It was already placed there. It gives her a 30-foot
Right.
diameter, 15 feet in each direction.
Oh, okay. Then it may be something that's.
Let me see if
off
she moves. No, if she moves, it goes with her.
Yeah.
so-
So it's on her, just not visible.
Yeah, I just wish I could figure out how to show it. So anyway, I can show you how big it is by drawing a circle.
I mean, it's easy enough to know that.
It's
Right now,
fine. we're
you-
15
right-
feet. We can figure it out.
Correct. So, you guys averted your eyes for the first round. Now you roll initiative, which you two did. Anybody else want to throw their initiative in there?
Yep.
Dave, you gonna join us?
I did. I
Where
got
is it?
5.
Oh, okay.
Just make sure.
Turn. Oh, you did. Okay, never mind. And Finnick got an 18. Who else? And there's Bacon with a big 22. Thank you. Good job. And let's see her initiative.
2.
Yeah.
Nice. I called it while you rolled.
Yes, you did. 2.
Perfect. Didn't need that
So
anyway.
now it's your turn. So if you attack, you can attack with disadvantage by not looking at her. For a weapon attack. Magical attack, you know
or
where
I
she
can
is.
cast Fairy Fire or Bless. Which
Yeah.
do you guys prefer?
He opens his chest like a watch salesman. You want fairy
Oh.
fire, you want bless. Pick
Well,
one.
Fairy Fire negates her disadvantage when you look at her.
Problem is, yeah. All right. So, if you're asking that out loud, I say.
Yeah, I go, do you want her to glow or do you guys want to hit her better?
Um,
Do you want to have a better chance at hitting her or do you just want to hit her a little better? I don't know.
okay. So first of all, she needs to make a.
For future reference, it's A or B whenever I ask it. Do you want A or B?
She needs to make a intelligence saving throw.
Should see.
Oh, she missed it. Oh, that's amazing. So
Was it 13?
So she takes 2 points of psychic damage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna choose for her. She's gonna subtract a D4 from her next dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And then I respond to Howler. Throw the light, lad. Make her easier to hit.
Alrighty.
And I'm done.
Okay. Boop. Finnick! You collected all your daggers, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I walked up to the thing.
Gotcha.
Because I don't have that many of them still.
What are you? Is it 4 or 6?
That I have on hand.
Yeah.
I usually keep a total of 5
Okay, 5. All right.
and a short sword,
Gotcha.
just in case. Not smart enough to grab a rapier or something,
Mhm.
So I walk up here,
Mhm.
and it's the first time I'm in sight of this person.
You're out of the range, so you're okay.
Yep. And they're within 20 feet. So I will go ahead and I see that we are attacking, obviously. I will go ahead and throw a couple daggers because that's what I will do. Yeah, sure. I'll throw 1 dagger, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to do something else. I'm assuming 24 hits.
Yep. Yep.
Does a whole 7 points of damage.
Okay.
I did not get the sneak attack because I'm not. Nobody else is there. I
Understood.
move over 5 feet, and I use my bonus action to basically disappear from her sight. Hopefully,
Nice.
she thinks
Yeah.
I'm not there.
You died. That's what she thinks. You just
I slipped and fell.
Yep. Howler.
Dexterity saving throw minus a D4 for Tom.
Oh, hers. I was like,
Yes,
rolled a 12.
you roll a
Good job.
dexterity saving throw and
like,
subtract
you
a
rolled one, we're
D4. 1D4 from it.
Yeah, I'll get it. Let me get the dice here. It's one.
She still probably saves. Yep.
Yeah.
Even if she rolls a 4, it's 14. So she's
That's a
not
good try.
glowing.
Dang it.
It was a good try for glow.
It was.
Briar.
Oh, since I
That
got
would've
2
been
people in front of me.
Sorry, go ahead. What? Pat. Did you want to
No,
move?
I can't do that anymore. Because I cast the spell already. No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Since I got 2 people in front of me, I'm going to.
But you can go through a friend, so.
Yeah, you can move through us if
Yep.
you want.
Okay. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and move up to there.
Okay.
And then, let's see.
Are you walking up there staring at her?
Nope, no, I'm coming up to attack her.
So are you using your blind fighting? Or are you going to attack her and see her and then flee?
I'm going to use my blind. If I saw them reaction when they tried to look at her, right? So yeah,
We
I'm going to
looked
use
away,
my blind.
You saw them look away,
So I'm going to use my blind fighting.
so you used your movement to get to her.
Yep.
You're looking down. You're checking her feet. Now you're fighting with your eyes closed. Okay.
Yep.
It's just if you walked up to her staring at her, she's gonna
Now,
affect you. And
let me make sure the blind fighting.
blind fighting
is-
just doesn't take a disadvantage. It's a regular
Good.
attack, if I remember correctly.
That's why I was double checking.
Mhm.
Fighting style, blind fighting, you have blind sight with a range of 10 foot. Within range of you, you can effectively see anything that isn't. Okay, so I should be okay.
Just regular attack, no advantage, no disadvantage.
21 should
Yeah.
definitely hit.
Y'all.
And 6 points.
We don't see her health, by the way, Mark.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me put through this. Sorry.
If you
Thought I
want
had it
us
all
to
set.
see it.
No,
If you
I
didn't want
think
us
it's
to see it,
cool.
that's fine.
I think it's cool.
He's trying to hide it from us.
I just don't want Steve to see it because we know what he's like. He'll tell you guys. All right. So let me
76.
do this. Do this. Do this. And now I need one of these. Give me a second. Okay. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I need to get his in here now. He's gonna join for next turn. So next turn he'll be above Howler. Let me get this above Howler. Right there. Alright. And Briar's done. Yep. Okay. So she looks at you specifically because you came up close to her, and she's like, "Why won't you look at me? You look delicious."
You're
And she
too ugly to
comes-
look at.
And she looks at you and says, "Well,
I
does
respect
14
that
hit?"
comment.
Nope.
And she's like, "Damn you! You suck!" And
It tickles.
and that's what she does. Okay. Now it's next. So
All right.
it's next turn. You've used your avert eyes. So if anybody does look at her, you have to roll for fright. Otherwise, it's all disadvantage. For attacks. Magical is you don't have to look at them as far as I know.
So
Well,
is
it
my big
depends.
body blocking parts of her?
Well,
If it's a magical attack,
You could look at their feet. As long as you're looking at the part of their body, that's what you can hit them, correct? You don't have to make eye-to-eye contact. You tell me.
I think just in terms of game fairness, if you don't look, it's disadvantage.
Oh, that's what I was saying. It's just okay. So even for magical.
Yes,
Oh,
for
okay.
magical attacks.
Okay. I mean, like
Um,
magic missile doesn't miss. That sort of thing.
right.
So the question I have is, since I'm a big Goliath and I'm between her and everybody else, is it blocking her face from them?
Yeah, but then they can't see her either. So
Yeah.
if he's saying you have to have a visual to do it,
Yeah.
like that, now he's making himself a.
Yeah.
Well,
Partially, she'd be partially obscured.
so I'm going to move to the other side like that.
Yep.
And I'm even though I'm not looking at her, do I like what is that other thing again?
A wisp.
Oh, it's a wisp, like a will-o-wisp. Oh,
Yep.
great. I'm trying to. Okay, I'm going to try to hit. Actually, I'm going to use a. I'm going to use a bonus action. My bonus action to curse her. Do a hex curse on her. So she now has a curse. That just happens automatically.
Gotcha.
That takes a.
Cursed.
Yeah, but it takes one of my. There we go. It takes one of my first level slots to do that. And then I'm going to attempt to hit her with my Eldritch Blast, and I'm going to use one of my Restore Balance. Use my reaction to restore balance so that I don't get disadvantage to hit her.
Okay.
So it's a normal roll. Oh. And that is my full turn. I've done everything, including my reaction.
Hey, Finnick.
I come out of the darkness. If that's the thing. And I will throw daggers because. No, that's gross.
Why do they just want to show us themselves in chat over and over again? Put your
Right.
clothes back on.
I can't remember if a 14 hit or not. Did a 14 hit her?
Yes.
It did. Okay. She takes 8 points of damage from that hit, and
Do you get sneak attack now?
I do get sneak attack if somebody's within 5 feet,
That's all I'm sure.
or if I
Plus
had
he was
advantage.
hit.
Either way, you get sneak.
Yeah.
And then I just gonna I slide back over here, It's a little hard to do with crumpets, so I just skedaddle back over there and try to hide again. Pretend I was never around.
Hold on, I gotta change something here.
I'm not around.
39, 31. Okay, so we're here. That's what she's at right now. And you're hiding.
I
Okay.
turn around and look. I'm like, where the hell did he keep going?
I think
The
he
whips.
slipped on the ice.
The wisp is going to attack said dude. And big dude in front of him. Because that's what he does. And shoot.
So,
You were
one
talking.
thing. So, I guess we weren't aware that the wisp was a creature
I was.
no.
And it said
Yeah.
it grew.
initially, Martin.
I
But
mean,
when-
initially it was dim. You saw it brighten up and really. So whether you knew it was a wisp or not, it is a creature.
But one other thing
Go
I
ahead.
just thought of though is when Howler cast his fairy.
Oh
fire,
yeah, the fairy fire would have been over the whole area.
so
They would have had to
it's
make a
10
dex
foot
check.
area.
Okay, then that's fine. I can do that.
If it was more than just a glowing light, that is true.
So what does it need to get?
Dexterity save of 10 or above. Or 12 or
It's
above, sorry.
12. Yeah, 12.
Damn.
Oop, okay. It was worth a shot. Just
Yeah,
thought-
but look at what it rolled.
Yeah, rolled a 14.
Yeah, +9.
yeah.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause it's a wisp.
Dexterity's 28.
Yeah.
It's a wisp. Yeah.
I
That's
got
where all
I
of its
understood.
that's where all of its armor is from, or quote unquote too.
Yep.
It's,
And it
it's dexterity
So
bonus.
missed the big guy. So it's Howler's turn.
I just thought there was a chance we might get a little help there.
Just a little help.
Well, that failed, so you're all within range of me. You're all blessed. You all get a D4 for an attack roll or saving throw.
I'm adding it right now.
And it's
Not
always
me,
nice
just
to
you
have.
three. And then I whisper to the big guy in front of me, and I go, "She's scary. I can't move up and heal you." Nope, nope.
Nope.
And then that's the end of my turn.
Briar?
Right. Well, she's scary. I'm gonna help my partner out and make her less scary.
You got it?
18,
For 8.
8 more.
Okay.
Remember your D4 though. If you roll,
Yep. I yell back, is she less scary now?
nope, nope.
Then she looks at you.
Cut the
Who's
head off.
and she misses you. And she's
He's
cackling
within
away.
the range now. Does he have to do anything?
I'm
He's not
using my
looking. He's
blind.
using blind fighting, so he's doing it with his eyes closed.
Love you too, Talon. Have a good night. Do you want to save it?
Sure, I'll save it.
I cackle back at her, quit dirtying my armor.
Yeah, she's basically like, yo, I've got more food for the pot. But it's a lot higher.
You'll find out what the pot's really good for in a minute.
And bacon. What do you do when she says that? So, did you hear that he's blind fighting, Pet? Or Howler?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so he's not looking at her.
Oh, here we go.
He
So
takes
it's
his
only if we
little
look
bin-
at her we got to make the wisdom save. I thought you
Correct.
just said when we got
It-
within the 30
No,
feet.
we have to make with eye contact.
Gotcha.
Okay. I decided to-
Didn't know if she had a putrid smell too or something. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to. I gotta try to get her. Gonna do my last restore balance.
Okay.
And try to do Eldritch Blast again.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Oh. Even
Yay.
with the D4. Okay. Yeah, that's really. There's really nothing else I can do.
When you roll a 1. I mean,
Yeah.
No.
5 plus 3.
Okay, I'm done.
Fennec?
That's it.
I'm going to come out and I'm going to throw out our dagger, and hopefully I'm gonna. After this is my last dagger, I can throw the rest of my grenades to be in melee. This is the third dagger I've thrown, right? Yeah.
Correct. So you got one more, right?
I got 5 daggers total.
Two more,
so
two more.
Wait,
Yeah,
are you looking at her?
Oh, are you
Hey.
throwing with disadvantage? Oh,
I have.
you-
I have
he
been
gets
looking-
He's been out
advantage,
of
but
round. Out of round. Or out of
he's
range.
out of range. He's out of range, but he
Right,
also
so
gets
then he
advantage
does.
because Briar's right there.
No, I
Oh,
don't
wait,
get advantage.
that's right.
Oh,
No,
I
no,
thought you did.
no.
I
You
thought
don't
you
get
did.
advantage because somebody's there. You just get to hit. You have to.
Oh.
Yeah. So am I supposed to be doing disadvantage?
No, you're outside the 15. You're out of green.
Okay.
Oh, so
It's just
I've been
convenience.
out.
based,
You're
honestly.
you are out of green too, Tom.
So then I actually had advantage each of those times.
You want to go back and you can roll. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna do it really quick.
Okay, that's fine.
Either way, I do 10 points.
So I still missed the first time.
But the first time you didn't have bless. You only got bless that time. So whatever you got on that 21, you got to take off the bless. The 1. So you only got a 20.
Right.
So you get 10 points of damage, right?
So in addition, and then also the plus an additional 2 for the hex. So that's 12 total.
Okay, so you're here,
Yeah.
and then Al, you hit
For 10
Which-
points.
for 10 points, which drops her to here. And once you
Do I
hit
f-
her with your dagger, your dagger flings past Briar, hits her square in, say, the neck, and she's still cackling and egging you on, but she's changed now. Now it's, oh my God, please, just don't, you can have it, just go. I don't want to die. I have children. I have family. Oh.
Where's the rest of your
I-
coven?
Yeah.
She kind of looks in the cauldron, and she's like, I had family. Please, if you just take it, just take the cauldron and go. Just
We don't want to eat your
please,
family.
Fennec,
Yes.
you're the only one that will know this, and you've rolled a history of
Okay.
these mines, these caves.
Yep.
You haven't told them about the frost giants yet. At least I haven't heard a
Nope.
conversation about it.
Nope,
And at
we
the
haven't
same
got that far.
time, you hear that these caves hold an item that can create endless food. And she wants to offer you the cauldron. And she says, if you let me go, I will tell you where the treasures are.
No.
She's a hag.
Oh, Haig's
And
dying.
I don't trust. I don't trust the hag. It's the hag. She's a hag. I don't trust her.
Be right back.
If she actually is gonna talk, can I still use my bonus action to throw an art dagger at her face?
She's still alive.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna throw
so
the art dagger at her face.
second attack, go ahead.
As my bonus action, I throw the art dagger. Whether I hit or miss, kind of hope I hit. I miss.
And you see her pleading. It is a treasure beyond all your means. The cauldron itself will keep you for a lifetimes. Please, just let me go. Just let me and my light go.
Then where are the dwarves? The dwarves that wandered in here just
And
moments ago,
that-
or a
And
little bit ago.
and she perks up. And the thing is, now she's looking at you, but she's not affecting you. So it's like that is weird to you guys. If she looks at you, you should know that you don't want that. She's looking at you and she's like, wait a minute. Where's John to hell? And she starts screaming, John Tal, John Tall, where are you? Come, you're supposed to protect me.
If you're looking for your pile of bones, he be lying in the back in the cold ground.
You see her her fall to her knees. You killed John Tall. That was the and she. The dwarves were a meal. They're delicious. They were a fine, plump dwarf meal. I just want to live. Please let an old hag live. Blink, blink, blink. Smile, smile, smile. Glint. And Finnick, you still have it. You can still walk, but
I'm
what do you?
going-
What do?
no. I'm good.
You're good. What? You just stand there?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
see the wisp, and
Yep.
the wisp dims on this turn. So the light is half of what. Now instead of it being a bright lit up area, it's a dimly lit area on top of what you guys can see in torches and your shield with light on it.
Yeah.
So, Howler, what do you do?
What happened? Who died? Sorry,
Nobody
I'm
died
back.
yet.
You died.
So,
She's
Take
got
that
cross
witch
and
out.
skull bones on her.
so Finnick brought her down to where she's at. She cried and whined about saving her life, letting her survive, let her live. She will give you the treasure beyond all treasures that you've ever seen, and she'll let you have the blasted cauldron. And she cried out for John Tahal, who was a frost giant that was supposed to be helping her. And then somebody said something about a bag of bones on the floor, which made her cry even more. So she's sitting there on her knees, crying like she wants to get out of a ticket, and she's telling you, or asking you, pleading to you, please let me go. I promise. You
I
will.
step back, try to shoot her,
Okay.
and that's the end of my turn.
You see her back up. You see the wisp go with her, and she's just feeling very. You see her like just completely out of energy, out of life. She's just sitting in a crumpled, constantly saying, please just let me go. There's nothing more you can do to me, and I'm giving you everything. And the wisp went to half light, so it's no longer threatened, and it's still at her side. So, Briar.
I say we cleanse this and be done with it. I step forward.
And nobody can hit her.
He has a D4.
That's
Plus
right.
Yeah.
D4.
There you go. So you
16.
killed her off. As you do that, the wisp ethereally goes into the wall. She is now just a bag on the ground. You see the bubbling cauldron with floating meaty bitsy bites. And
If this cauldron is supposed to like make, this is what the smell's coming from, right?
correct.
Is there a ladle or anything?
Sure.
Oh,
There are
really?
eating utensils.
You're gonna
Is
have a
there?
taste.
Yeah. Is there? Does it look like?
Is there,
does it-
she was just throwing intestines into it, guys. Come on. What do you think is in there?
Yeah.
All
Like,
right,
If you want
so-
to take a taste,
human
just
remains?
So what
actually
you
a dwarven
see-
thing.
What you see is a big, thick copper cauldron. It's turned green with age. It's 4 feet wide. The mouth is 3.5 feet in diameter. It can hold up to 30 gallons of liquid. On the sides are images of satyrs and nymphs and holding ladles. It comes with a lid and has side handles. It sits on 5 little clawed feet, so it keep it from tipping. If
So-
water is poured into the cauldron and stirred for a minute, it transforms into a hearty hot stew, which can provide one nourishing meal for up to 4 people per gallon. The stew remains hot while in the cauldron and then cools naturally after that. The outside cauldron remains safe to touch despite the heat of the stew. This cauldron can create stew 3 times until the next dawn, but then it regains all of its uses. It can hold up to 30 gallons of liquid, so 4
30
people
times
can eat off of a
4?
gallon. 120 people a
This will
sitting.
feed a town.
Yes.
Small town,
Yep.
but it'll feed.
So I shrug my shoulders and I'm gonna taste some of the stew.
And
Oh,
it
there's
tastes
a dwarven stew.
and it tastes like a delicious hot stew. It's
Oh,
not
that
like
dwarf
you can. It's not that you can. You can't think of, oh, I want it to be apple cider and it's apple cider. It is always comes out as a hot, hunger abating stew.
I
Made out of
begin-
dwarves.
And,
I'm gonna fill my
and
belly.
all it takes is water. She just added extra bits.
I'm gonna search her.
So if we
Yeah,
pour it
probably
out, does
see
it
nothing.
become water in the extra bits?
As you
Or
pour
does
it
it
out,
look like stew when
no,
you pour it out
it's
on the
still-
ground?
If you pour it out on the floor, if you tip it, it's going to pour out as stew, and it will slowly cool down, and then it's just wasted
the-
stew.
With the extra bits of the, people or whatever she's cooking.
Well, did she give the dwarves to the giant that we just killed, and a giant ate
No,
them?
she gave the giant the bones to play the xylophone.
Skeletons don't eat. Currently, it is holding.
Yeah.
It is currently it is
Skeletons
full.
do not eat.
She ate them.
If you were to carry it with the 30 gallons, that's 300 pounds. 240 in liquid
Sounds like a
and
giant
50
helmet.
pounds for the
Carry it out for
hot
sure.
cauldron. If
Doesn't
you
it
were to
sound like a
dump
giant
everything
helmet,
out,
Al?
Pretty much, yep.
if you were to dump it out, it would weigh 50 pounds, including the top and the.
We
side
could take it out of
handles.
here, but
Who wants to be a turtle?
I would say we finish searching the caves,
yes.
So what about
and then we will carry it with us back to our
Is-
boat.
Did the will-o-wisp go poof, by the way?
It went into the
Sunk
wall.
into the wall.
I freed it. That's the way I look at it.
does she have anything else on her? Someone want to look?
I tried,
something
but
we
my
did search for.
perception was 5.
It's
Oh, so
yeah.
gross. So gross. Pick up the
Step back.
coverings.
she's got nothing. You can
It's
perception
gross.
it.
There's nothing
Yeah,
there. This
nothing.
is gross looking.
Nada.
We gonna search the rest of the caves, and do we find anything?
What are these
Nope.
things under the water up here? As I shine my light.
Did I not tell you guys? Or did I not tell you? This was a cave where giants go to die. And
Well, we noticed
well,
that.
yeah.
The one came back. Why did it come back then?
I'm assuming it's the hags doing. Hags are never good. But it should be safe to walk over top of these guys. I mean, they've probably been down there for years.
All right. So as you enter this area, a river once
I
spilled
don't
into
walk
this
on it.
pool. No, you're just looking into it.
Yeah.
It's filling it with in the past, not currently. This used to be a hot spring. Steaming mineral water overflowed to the west, and the river went to the river and the pool are now frozen, and the remains of giants are underneath, as you can see. When there's clear night, it's not nighttime; it is daytime, so it's twilight. You can illuminates the pool. Minerals have turned to ice, cloudy bright blue, and entombed are the remains of 4 frost giants. The faint outlines of their skeletons barely remain. That's what
Does it
you
look
find
like
there.
there's any treasure in there at all?
No, you can't get down to it. It's pretty solid. You can get an ice pick and start picking down there, but they're
Well,
just
if we see something
skeleton.
glint, we might. That's why we
Yep.
were asking.
Nope.
Well, just so you know, we did see the bones of some dwarves underneath the giant before. They gotta have their belongings around here somewhere if that was them. Otherwise, they could still be alive somewhere.
Well,
We
if they're
see-
not by the Hague, then we should keep looking.
That was, and the thing is, what she was putting in it was fresh meat. And as I said, it looked like there was scattered pieces of clothing around the table that was chopping things up.
Would it look like the fishermen that went missing? their
It could.
style
They
of
were.
clothing?
They would just be. Maybe some cold water clothing, cold elemental clothing. Boots, gloves, dwarven beards.
Does somebody want to heal me before I get before we find something else interesting?
As you're walking around and still having no problems walking, just
Yep.
as you're looking, nothing. You don't see anything.
I asked if our
Oh.
residential healer can heal me.
You'll
You're
be
on.
fine.
Apparently, the residential healer is not on duty.
Yep.
As you get to this, you look above you, and about 20 feet above Howler is a bridge, a stone bridge that it looks like it is covered with ice because everything in here is covered with ice due to the moisture. So that's 20 feet above you.
Don't have any more spells, so if I could heal you, I would heal you.
That's fair. So what I will do is
Or we
I
can
am
take a
gonna
short
use-
rest. Or
we
try
want
to.
take it. We can do that if we want. There's
As I
fire
tell you
damage.
to give me a boost, you feel a little glow in your body and you heal 9 points. But
Okay.
you got to lift me up to the top of the bridge.
I can reach. I can
Give me a
easily raise
second.
you.
I need to take my fat dog out because she's yelling at me. So give me just a second. See? Told you she's yelling.
Hmm.
But I can keep talking. So, yep, you're still, you're not finding anything. That's 20 feet up, so you are using some sort of.
Yeah, he
Uh,
boosts me up, and then I try to climb up the other 2 or 3 feet that's above me still.
Okay. So
I
you
push
get
it
up
as far
there.
as I can. I
And then
throw
what?
a rope up there, see if they can tie it off something, and I climb up.
Just I throw it
You
back
do,
down
you-
the other side, and you tie it back to the rope, and you use the whole bridge as your,
As your lifting point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It breaks.
Yeah. It's the rope or the
And
bridge?
The
I
bridge.
walk into this other whatever this bridge is going into to the.
And I'm outside, so
to
I
the
don't know what
east.
you're looking at.
Yeah, I'm going to the east into the room
Okay.
where the
Okay.
what
While
seems
you're
to
going
be
the
some
east,
papers and a fire and a little
Yep.
bag are.
Okay.
You know, if you
I'm
guys
in
want to
there
rest,
behind you.
this might be your best spot to rest. There's
That's
even
what
a
I was
cot.
thinking. It looks pretty comfy.
Pretty cottish.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if you want to lay on a cot, but
Well, it looks like it's a sleeping bag. A hard, cold weather sleeping bag.
Do we
Okay.
see any signs of anything that's maybe has this been recently lived in, or can we tell that?
Are you muted?
Sorry, yes I am. That room is an old camp. Going to pick the dogs up. If you search there for any characters who search this remains, there's a campfire with 3 torn out pages, partially burned from a personal journal. It is in Dwarvish. these journal pages.
I cannot read them, but I could read giant, so I hand them over to Bacon.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
And
I'll take a look at them.
okay, just give me a second here. Let's see. Hold on. All right. As flipping through some of these little pages that you can read, you see some musings of these caves are sacred to frost giants. The carvings on the wall suggest that they came here drown themselves. Did they use the hot springs as a sacrificial pool? The winds are truly sounds of a wailing woman. One could easily go mad in this place. And then another one, I think there's someone living here in the caves. Shortly after discovering the hot springs, we heard what sounded like a granny singing. When the song ended with gotta get in the light, with a shrill laugh, dread sunk into me. Ye gods, that's horrible. That's a horrible cackle. I shall leave these caves in the morning and never return. So it's just an old camp.
I'll explain that it sounds like they were exploring the caves but yeah, that there were looks like me kin were exploring the caves and fell prey to the hag, just like the fishermen.
What is it with dwarves?
The sleeping bag, is it a cold winter sleeping bag? Is it
They
good
all
condition?
are. They're not in any good condition. They've been
Okay.
here quite a while.
We could take a short rest here.
Yes, you could.
Wanted to.
Yeah,
I mean,
light the
besides the
campfire.
moaning, you'll get used to the moaning.
Like somebody
What
actually
moaning?
moaning.
No, it's
Yeah.
the moaning of the wind going through the caves.
Oh, okay. There's a big difference.
But maybe we should. I mean, looks like.
It's defensible. I'm open to
But it
taking
looks
a
like.
short rest here.
But it looks like. I mean, Briar, you don't really need the short rest anymore. So.
I'm out of. I imagine like everybody is out of. If everybody got a short rest, would that help everybody?
It would. I think it helps me, but I think that's
the only one.
I used all my extra stuff like stone skin, action surge, and everything too.
Those are all long rests.
Yeah.
So even a short rest won't help you for those purposes. Okay. So, I mean, it just doesn't sound like, except for Tom, or except for Bacon. If you want to have a short rest for him, it's only an hour.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Unless you guys need a rest, we don't need a rest. What we need to do is find the belongings of those poor
Actually-
souls if they're here.
Actually, for me, second wind, short rest, action surge, short rest,
Okay, he gets all of his
and
back with
stone
short
endure,
rest.
short rest.
Oh.
All right.
So it'd give 2 of us back to full if
well,
we want
not
to take
the
it.
full, but it would.
And you can use
know
a hit
what I'm saying.
die. You can use a hit die if you want.
Yep.
So what do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Fine by me. Take a little rest and.
Yep.
Yep,
I'm
I'll
at
try to light
no-
the fire just to get it going for an hour,
It will. It's just old and
which means it should
Old.
be more dried out.
it's encased in ice. No.
I will use my pick to break it out of the ice.
So your hour goes by. Take your short rest. Nothing happens except for more wailing of the wind.
We searched the rest of the area, like through here, up through there, just see if we see anything, find anything.
As you get to the north there, and you open this area, the moaning just gets echoing louder.
That's really weird.
It's like the wind gets caught in this room. Maybe it's because it's blowing, and maybe it's like a flute or a pipe where it goes a different direction and it's stuck in a swirl.
The harmonics of this room.
Yep.
Go on to the next room if we find nothing in that room.
All right, as Briar gets up there, he notices this has cave drawings on it. The cave has ancient stick figures carved into this wall to the north. It's a cave drawing room.
Cool.
If you want to roll a history check, you can try and make out what the cave drawings are all about. Anybody can do it. Yep, nope.
Oh, I can tell you, if you look at this one stick figure, it's taking a pointy stick against this other stick figure.
Anybody else want to do a history up in here or no? Bacon, what you see over there is a 30-foot climbable drop out to the shores that you saw.
Yeah, that
Howler and Briar see a 30-foot drop there. Again, climbable. Back out to the shores.
Now, from what we remember, we knew there was.
One more, yep.
Can we scale across there easily or not?
Probably easier to climb up and down.
down.
You
yeah,
want to go
get
down, over, and back up.
I would say let's go get the pot and get to the front entrance just below, and then we'll go up there and then search that. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Or do y'all want to leave that
Because
alone?
we need to bring the pot out anyway.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is bulky to where it takes 2 people. You can't carry it as one. It may be the weight you can carry, but it's the fact that it's large.
Yes.
It's bulky,
Not me.
and you have to dump it out.
I'm small and weak.
You can dump it out, but we can also kind of roll it on its side, could we not?
Actually, if we turn it on its side and I tie a rope to it, can I sled it out of there?
You can slide it, yeah.
It's on ice, so.
Well, I can
Pick
push
one-
pull or carry enough to.
And
Yeah.
as you
Pull
dump
it
it
out.
out, this beef stew looking stuff has ears in it, and there's teeth in there, and
I kind of figured it was full of the
there's
dwarven food.
I wouldn't say dwarven jerky, but it looks pretty.
Yep.
It's the fishermen.
look
It's
over-
not the dwarves.
I look over and ask him,
Those are
"So
not fish.
how's dwarf taste? Does dwarf taste good?
When you
I
taste
would-
it, all you taste is beef. Is this hearty stew? You don't taste flesh tasted stew. In fact, to the hag, her whole idea was it added spice to the flavor.
Apparently added
Well, she's
flavor or
used-
smell.
We don't know
Because
that. She's dead, and we never talked to her about what she added to it, so.
Yep, but we can tell. There's definitely body
Now-
parts.
So another question, we can do a couple things here. The bones of the 4 dwarves that we found, we can try to just bury them here in place, and then let the township know where they're at so they can come and retrieve them, depending on their burial rituals of that town.
We don't even know if those are the dwarves, to be honest.
Yeah.
We can find their belongings. And we haven't found their belongings, which is actually more.
Well, you said
Weird.
actually the bones were dwarf-sized bones, weren't they?
Yes.
Yes,
Correct.
they were dwarf-sized bones, but we haven't found
They're
their
fresh.
belongings.
I will
And they
gather
would have their belongings here, at least.
all the bones up and put them in my backpack. How much
Alright.
do they weigh?
Altogether, probably about 30 pounds for one set of bones.
What's my carrying weight? Let's see.
Now, when it comes to stuff, inside the boat was left the fishing poles and all that. The only thing they would have had on them may have been a fishing knife. It's not like they were adventuring.
But they would have had clothes or something that would have identified who they were, and they're not around.
But the
Well-
clothing, the only clothing you saw was cut off to the side where the butcher table was, were scraps of clothing and
You said
Oh,
there
so
was
there's-
armor and stuff, though, the first time you
Oh.
described it.
leather. There's this. They weren't the first people here.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
But again,
So when we rolled our investigations before for the room, we didn't see anything that was worth value.
And no trinkets or nothing that could identify who they were. So, I mean,
nope.
actually, a fishing knife would have been helpful because a fishing knife would have probably told us.
Okay, so you found
But they
4
were.
fishing knives. There you go. That makes Finnick Fisher happy?
Well, because I mean, usually those are personal.
Correct, because you have your own knife.
I scoop up the 4 fishing knives
There you
and the
You cut yourself.
great axe.
And you cut yourself because you're not proficient in fishing.
And the great axe. Take the knives back, and then they can say, "Yep, that's
That's
Smith."
Uncle Joe's fishing knife.
And if
And apparently, Howler ran to the next room.
Briar,
I
if
climbed
you
down the
are-
waterfall, and then I climbed up the other one, yes. And I walked up to there with my light on, and I'm just looking in the room. I wanted to
Briar, if
explore all the
you
entrances.
I hear
can
you.
handle the weight, would you be
Yep, I
willing to
can.
carry the dwarven bones?
Yep,
Thank
I
you.
got weight capacity of 168.
Do you have the do you have your light on, Patrick?
Yes,
Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's on my shield.
So
You
let's
found your
see.
shield? Oh, it's on your shield. Okay.
Do I see anything, or do you want me to roll an investigation?
No, you see it. You hear growling coming towards you.
Okay. If I hear growling, I'm backing up slowly.
I'm impressed. Whatever it is, it's climbed up there.
I would be too.
Yeah, it's 20 feet up, so.
Mm-hmm. I said it wasn't difficult to climb.
So I guess the 3 of us.
So you hear growling, but it stops as you're moving away. Now it's not approaching you.
What does it look like in the light?
Looks like a wolf of some sort.
How big? Big wolf? Little wolf? Baby wolf?
Large.
Oh, that's medium size right now, but okay.
While he's doing wherever we don't know what he's doing.
It's large.
Then I will slowly back up. Toss it. Whatever
Toss
I
it
have
some
for
dwarf
like
meat?
rations or meat or something that's in my pack. Maybe one of the hardened meat pies
There you go.
that I've had under my armpit, I guess, the whole time.
Yep.
It's actually
That's
for
why
my-
Pull
you
that
weren't
out.
successfully attacking.
And toss that to the wolf to let him, and then I slowly back down.
Okay.
And I head back towards the boat.
As we slowly work with the pot to bring it over here, and unknowing that he actually went up here, we would get here as we were planning to, then go up the thing to take a look.
Okay. So you go up where he went up, so that his up is your up. Okay, so you
After
two
we got
crow.
the pot there.
We lost we have a bacon over here now. We have a howler. We have a finnick. Briar's eating.
Well, we're not that far away, right, from this area?
No,
So if I see them come out and then head up there, I just yell out, "Wolf!"
Yep.
Wolf cave, as you head up.
Kercaw?
Exactly.
Like, woof,
you
woof.
you
Okay.
caw twice.
I'm dragging the pot
I mean,
behind
there
me
might
on
be
ropes,
something in
letting
there,
it
but
out.
I head back towards the caves, and if I see them, and then I will
So-
tell you there was a wolf up there when I walked in before. I don't know if there's anything else, but
So if there's a wolf, there's probably more than one.
more than likely. I gave
should
them a
do
meat
travel
pie,
packs.
and they seemed to leave me alone.
It's probably the best use for it anyway. Those meat pies are never.
Or what is it?
a-
A pizza, the calzone. I gave him a meat calzone.
A hungry dire wolf haunts this dark cave. Unless a character offers it fresh meat,
Not
it will
fresh.
attack.
Well, then it
Freshest
should have
meat is
attacked
found.
me, but I
It's the
because
freshest
it wasn't
meat is
fresh meat.
All right. It counted it as fresh meat, so it's in here
That's
eating
fine.
your
It
meat.
smelled
pie.
like
Yeah.
meat.
As I said, it's the only meat it's really found recently.
So I asked them, anybody know how to skin a direwolf?
Well, yeah. Take
Do we
your
want-
knife, you cut in there, and you just start slowly bringing it back.
Well, do we want to let it live, or we want to take it on, search the area, and make sure everything's cleared?
I don't see a need
Wow.
to kill
We
a beast of the wild that isn't bothering us.
And we already know what happened to the dwarves, and that's what we came here for. A dire wolf, if he hits us wrong, or we walk in there and we don't know what else is in there, it's possible that it could become a worse fight for us.
Okay.
Agreed. No reason to hurt the
So
dog.
Hey, they make great pets, though.
So you guys walk back out to the shore.
I'm sledding the cauldron behind me, and I had grabbed the 4 fishing knives and the great axe.
Okay,
Ow.
you get back out to your boat, and
So you guys made him carry everything and the bones
Yep.
too, from what Tom said.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
Yeah,
got
I
everything.
can't.
He just
He's a
piled
big
it all
guy.
in. He piled it all in the
He's-
cauldron, just pushing
he's
it
the
ahead
pack
of him.
mule.
He's a big guy. He can handle it.
Yeah, and I have like I can only carry like another 15 pounds before I'm encumbered. So
That I think I added it up, and it's like, if the bones are 40 pounds each or 20 pounds each?
30.
30, so that's 120. Yeah, I've got about 10-15 pounds before I'm encumbered.
So you get back to the skiff, and you have the rowboat, the bunch o' knuckleheads boat.
Yep. We will tie that rowboat. We'll bring it off to shore, and we'll tie it off, and
Okay.
we'll bring it with us.
Gotcha. And so this whole thing probably took you a good. You said you took a short rest, so we're looking probably a good 4 hours. You know,
Okay.
you had to be careful on the ice. You had your couple of, you were investigating a lot, that
Yep.
sort of stuff. So so you about 4 hours plus another hour to get back, and you get the boat, the skiff back. You get the bunch of knuckleheads back to the
Yeah.
East Haven. So let's go back over here,
Poor.
Fisher dudes.
Martin,
Fisher
can
dudes.
we say that I would have kept the journal notes?
Yeah, that's fine. They were more expedition, like a group went into, I mean, more like archaeology type notes. There was, they went there to look for stuff, and they found stuff. So as you get back, where do you head first?
Well, I imagine we pull into the wharf or docks, and we,
Yeah, you pop yourself right. Sorry, back over here.
if there's somebody there, we'd send them off to get the lady that sent us on the quest.
See, I returned the boat in perfect shape. Oh, even got an extra the little rowboat for theirs.
And you know, the guy looks at you like, well, that belonged to old Bill and his 3 first mate, second mate, and third mate.
I pull
Yeah.
out the 4
They
fishing knives.
they disappeared about 10 days ago.
I pull out the 4 fishing knives and hand
It's
them
like-
to him.
Oh no, not poor Bill! And this first mate, second mate, and third mate.
Yep.
Daryl and his other brother Daryl.
This
Yes.
is my brother Larry, my brother Daryl.
And he's like, oh no, Bill! First mate, second mate, third mate. You can't tell me they're gone. Oh,
It's the
I
entourage
should
of
get a fine
Bill.
penny for this rowboat.
It's the entourage of Bill.
So you tie it all up, and then it isn't easy to. Are you trying to conceal the cauldron, or are you just dragging it along behind you, bumping into everything that you run over?
We're trying to carefully carry it as much as possible. Sure, we could drape something over it, but
I mean, there are handles that you
Well,
can
As I
carry
say,
it, but
tie a
you-
rope around the handles and put it on like a backpack.
So you have a
It's
turtle.
300
now.
pounds. I mean, most of us carry more than
No,
that
no.
in our backpack as it is.
It's only
50
50 pounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, even better.
Full was 300,
Now,
but you
Yep.
emptied it.
Yeah.
now I left
so-
the bones of the dwarves in the little skiff of theirs.
While
Oh,
we're on
oh
the
no.
boat coming back, I'm looping my rope through the handles of it and making it into like a backpack type thing, so I can just heft it up and then drape my blanket or something over it, and my backpack, I'm assuming on a 3-foot diameter, would kind of fit inside of the cauldron. So it just looks like I have a bigger backpack now.
So you look like a turtle.
Not completely.
You look
No,
like
I'm a
you have
6-foot tall
Big
guy.
hump.
Yeah, I just got a big hump.
Okay.
Hunchback of
But
Notre
again,
Dame.
looks like a bigger backpack that's more round
Okay.
now.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Okay, so you return back to town with your cauldron. Where do you go first?
Well, talk to the.
Before we go to her, do we want to just drop the cauldron off at the? Here's the thing. The cauldron can feed the entire town.
This
I'd
sounds
say
bigger
talk
than
to your buddy.
120 people.
But
It's
you can,
3 meals a day at 120 people per meal.
But you can fill it. Right, that's right. It's 3. So right, so it can help fill the town. The question is, who is that? If
Are
we
these
take
people
it-
starving that they're killing people? Is
No.
that why they were? Well, then
No.
why are we
There's not a
worried
food
about
issue
this
here.
town? I would say
That's
let's
not
go
what
to a
I'm
town that's in
thinking.
need.
But if we take it with us to meet with one of the town's officials, if they recognize it for what it is, they may want it.
Then they can pay us for it. They told us to go find the dwarves. We did that.
It might be
The
best
treasure is
to-
ours.
But it might be best to avoid the hassle of that conversation and
yeah.
potential.
I
Ill
don't think we should
will.
give it to them. So
So I think we should maybe take it to the inn.
And who's to say
And
it's
hide
safe
it.
there when people are popping in and out of the windows at night, going out to kill people?
That was only one person. Don't give that inn a bad name.
Hey,
And we
I only
already
know
took
of
care
5
that
people
person.
that stayed there,
Alright.
and one of them's an old lady that hasn't moved in years.
and she's
You're
not
not
gonna do any
wrong.
hopping. Hey, she's not gonna do any hopping. I don't think.
Maybe she could use some beef stew.
I mean, unless you give it to your friend and we can trust your friend with it. I mean, I'm actually fine giving it to your friend to serve soup out of it for his customers. He never has to worry about filling it with anything but water, and that saves him the cost of all of his meals. He's giving us free board, free room every time we're there.
Yep.
I feel that's a
True.
good payment.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So you're on the docks. Where do you go? With your turtle carapace.
So should we take it to
3
to
feet.
the inn first?
So is
On
he
my
carrying
back.
it or am I carrying it?
I mean,
I have
Howler
you
has
have
it
everything
now.
else. You have your big axe and all the bones and everything. I took
I
the
left
cauldron.
the
bone-
bones.
the bones he left on the rowboat.
Yeah, I put them in rowboat because the bones belong to the rowboat.
And Tom, you have your bones?
I thought you were bringing the bones back for burial so they could bury their dead.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But they're with the rowboat. I can tell them we brought them with the boat. The small rowboat's down there parked by the skiff.
Why did we
And
bring the
the-
boat back?
Why wouldn't we? We hauled it back.
Because we're navigating icy waters and now we have to watch out for 2 boats not to sink?
You got Captain Finnick on your boat.
It's just being pulled behind us. We do it all the time. Sometimes the fish get really stinky and you just want to throw them in somewhere else. And it's the only place you have is a little skiff, so it happens.
Whatever. It's only 30 pounds of bones.
It's
120
actually
total.
That's per person.
Right, so a total of 120 pounds of bones.
So yeah, I mean, I can't carry the dwarven
But
bones.
if it was that many bones, I wouldn't have even taken them out of the cave. Because how are you going to bag them up to know who's who or whatever else? I didn't
That's
bring
for
a bag
them-
along big enough to carry all the bones out.
They can
That's-
bury them all together, though.
That's for them to sort cankles.
Well, the problem though is that the dwarven bones may not actually be part of the towns. It may actually be part of Dwarven Valley.
Yeah, because there could have been anybody that went in that cave.
Mm-hmm. And if they're part of Dwarven Valley, then they need to be delivered back to Dwarven Valley.
But we
we're
did.
not going to get into the internal politics of these
Yeah.
two groups of people. We're just going to turn
We
the stuff
brought-
in and move on.
We did bring the
This is
four
the
knives
difference
back,
between
and they
them
were
and us,
identified.
We want rest for our kin.
Yeah, we did bring back the knives, and knives were identified as the 4 missing.
In building first mate, and second mate, third mate. Now they had an extra first mate. All right. So, what are you doing?
We turn. I say we just get back to that person, turn the stuff in, and if we still have time,
We
we
go to
maybe.
the inn. We talk to his friend if he's there. Give
Tell you
him
what,
the
you and I-
cauldron as payment. Are we all in agreement of that? Of free board and food when we stay here?
It's better than having to carry it. Though I think some of our towns could use it more than this town, but I'm okay with that.
Well, again, it's for him. It's not for the town. Hopefully, this will bring his inn up in reputation, and he'll have more business.
And
And
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
And then it
he'll-
helps feed the town in
I'm
a
sure
way.
he'll
He'd
help
probably
the
feed the
town.
needy too.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll help people. So Howler, would you be willing to carry the dwarf bones in?
Once we drop off the cauldron,
Yep.
and get something from him, hopefully to carry 120 pounds of bones in, because that's a lot of bones. I mean, bones are only like what 1/3 of your body weight, 1/5 of your body weight total. So
So 1/5 of 200 is 40 pounds.
I know.
So.
But you're talking 4 dwarves. That's a lot of bones.
Correct. A lot of weight. Okay, so you pack up the bones, you pack up the cauldron, you drop it off at the inn. He is not there, but she is, of course. And so is grandchild. And you explain. How do you explain it to her?
Well, actually, I wouldn't. I would ask her to maybe, if
Go
possible,
get him?
go get him again.
Say that one more time.
Ask her to see if he could be
Or
found.
tell us where we
and-
can go find him.
Yeah.
Oh, she says he's probably walking around the town saying hi to friends. He's retired. He's shaking hands, kissing babies. You know, the usual.
So then
We're talking. This is what 1 in the afternoon, 3 hours, 2 in the afternoon.
When will
He's
he be
canceled
back?
the lunch.
then can
I
the
mean, she's like, we can run. We can
granddaughter
send granddaughter to see if she
go
can find him.
Yeah, that would be great.
So she does. She sends off granddaughter. Now, you don't know when he's gonna show up. So
That's fine, because we're not leaving till tomorrow morning at this point anyway, so.
Okay.
So if you guys want to go and get our reward, I'll stay here and wait for him.
Yeah, then we can say we lost one of our men along the way too, and maybe they'll give us more.
We didn't lose much. I mean, yeah, it was a great warrior we lost. Yeah, that's it.
that's the ticket.
So as we're walking that way, and you're going to stay there. As we're walking, when he woke up this morning, he said he was going to be a lot of great help in the fights to come. I don't know if that dream really came to fruition.
We all have bad days. We'll see how he does next fight.
So you
I imagine we go down to the
go up to the town hall.
yes.
As you approach, there's the 2 guards who seem like they're always there, but they're different guards. But there's always 2 standing at the front, and they don't even really acknowledge you. They saw you from afar, so they're keeping their eyes.
Hey, Bakes and Wedge.
And they just have this, huh? And you go in, you see the what's her name? Let's see, I have her name right up here. You see, was it Jenny or was it?
You never told
You see
us.
Jen Felgrove. She's standing behind the desk. Very happy to see you. She's very happy to see anybody who comes to the town hall. And she's like, "Hi, you're back. Oh, look at you. Did I hear right?" And by the way, out front of the town hall, you see the smoldering, smelling execution witch burning. You walk past
It was
it.
still burning?
It's
He went up in flames instantly. He was gone instantly.
Yep, and there's still a smell of disgusting burning poof.
Oh,
But
gotta
Jen
clean
is
it up,
there.
man.
Jen is there, and she welcomes you back, and she's like, "Oh, how can I help you? What do you need?"
Looking
Bounce,
for
bounce,
the
Hand
lady
the
in
guard-
charge.
You're looking for Captain Imdra. Hold on a second. I think Captain Imdra. She's like, yes. And she leaves the front desk, goes to a door that's off to your guys' right. She leaves for a few minutes. You can hear her scurrying across the wooden floors, and you hear her scurrying back.
It's a
And
rat.
behind her is Captain Imdra, and she walks up and she's like, "So, why did she suddenly have a gruff dwarven voice?"
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe she has eaten a dwarf.
Maybe. You see her walk up and she's like, "So what'd you find out?"
I
They
pulled
didn't
the
make
four
it,
fishing
and
knives
there
out.
was a hag of the sea in those caves.
Ah, so you found Maud. Oh, I'm sorry you had to go into those caves.
Ma-
Maybe you should have been warned. But we didn't know they went there. But thank you for bringing
How do
their
you know
knives
Maud?
back.
And if she's been a menace, why have you let her stay out there?
Because she really doesn't bother us. As long as we don't bother her. We just didn't want to mess with her. But thank you for
You don't have to worry about her anymore.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Thank you very
And
much.
then I
for
drop
taking
4
care-
bags on the ground and I go, this seems to be what we found that's left of them.
And she doesn't gasp. She just shakes her head with the, "Oh, poor souls."
I
Captain
Hopefully their
Bill.
bodies
four-
will find rest with their
I
kin.
hand
She takes the 4 knives
Yeah.
and she says, "Poor Captain Bill and first mate and second mate and third mate." And she says, "Well, as offered, would you rather have this copper scroll case or this gray bag?"
I kind of feel like the bag makes more sense because I don't know.
Yeah,
I
the
back
only
off.
person. Well, the only person who would want the scroll isn't here.
The bag.
And a scroll doesn't really make a lot of sense to
I
me.
mean,
anyway,
unless
because
you
it's a
feel
scroll.
like
You use it once,
generousness,
done.
you don't have to worry about a sea egg luring unknowing sailors out at sea into her cave anymore, and we can get both.
And she's shaking her head and she's like, "But bones? Why bones? What else did you find in there?" And she hands you the bag.
Cooked them?
Well, giant that was alive.
She cooked them.
That's
Yes.
what it seemed like.
and fed it to her giant.
No,
she
she.
had
Giant
brought
don't-
She ate
Skeletons
ate
don't
them.
eat. Stop trying to feed the giant.
The
All
The
right.
giant
giant
was.
a skeleton,
undead.
and he was just undead.
He's a dead thing.
He's no more dead.
He's
Just
now
as she
past undead dead.
So is
so
anybody
she
adding
hands-
this stuff to inventories, by the way, when you just pop them up, or
you guys can add a bag of tricks to one of your. I don't know who's keeping.
I'll
Lou,
grab it,
who-
I guess.
Who wants the bag of tricks?
Is
I
it
mean,
the
I-
gray bag of tricks or a bag
It's
of
the
tricks?
gray bag of tricks.
Yeah, you wanna take it, Heller,
Yep, I threw it
for
in.
now?
So her last inquisition, she kind of asks you, "What do you mean cooked them?"
up there's
She had a
open
big
fire
pot.
in there.
She was cooking a stew in it, and she was feeding intestines into it when we got there.
That's just gross.
Exactly. That's why we didn't go any farther.
But it's taken care of. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
Correct.
Correct.
She attacked us.
The
We
caves
figured
are
out
just
that she
howling
killed them?
caves now. They are no longer cooking caves.
Oh, gross.
I tell the captain, please let the family know we killed the one who killed their family members.
again, Captain Bill's wife, and so will first mate's wife, and second mate's wife, and third mate's other.
Yeah.
They'll all be happy to hear that.
We brought her to justice for y'all.
And she thanks you, and she turns and walks away. And somebody has a bag of tricks. Gray bag of tricks.
Yeah, I got it in my
Actually, by-
inventory.
Okie dokie.
You know, if you play it right, you can actually use that bag of tricks and just keep popping the animals up and killing them. Sorry.
Yeah, if we need food, we do have a way of getting food now. Yes, you are correct.
So you guys, what do you do?
It's almost dinner time, right?
Go back
You're,
to the
you're mid late afternoon. You know, it's probably 2-3 in the afternoon, almost 4. By the time you get to the inn and then into the town hall, then back to the inn, then yep, we'll throw the inn up there and we'll show that there's somebody who you recognize there. Valpos is in his usual, not usual spot. He's a little bit further back than normal, and he.
I will have explained to Valpos what the cauldron is, where it came from, and why we decided to give it to him, hoping that he would.
Oh, you popped one.
Uh-oh. So what did you get?
As we were walking back, I reached into the bag and I was like, "What is this?" And it was like a little fuzzy ball, and I just threw it behind us, and it turned into a giant rat. But it starts following us because it's friendly to us.
They said
Well,
to
when
go
you-
attack.
And then I
When you
turn
get
around and go, "Ah, oh,
At least it's
I
not
guess
milk.
we get pets from this thing."
or Nate.
And when you get to the inn and this giant rat follows you, Valpos is like,
No, I
first of all,
tell it and I
no-
say, "Stay," and see if it
That
stays
smells food.
outside.
and okay, it sits outside. Now nobody wants to come in here because there's rats in the place. All right,
Did
so
it
Tom,
stay
you're doing
outside?
what?
Because I'm assuming it would start freezing to death
Probably. So,
before we
Tom?
even maybe get back.
I was just telling Valpos that he could use it to better feed his customers, and and maybe help some of the more needy people in town too, if he felt that was useful. But we're giving it to him to use as he sees fit, and
For his kind
as-
generosity for us to stay here whenever we're back.
as our thanks for all he's been doing.
He shakes his head and he's like, "This is way too much. There's no need. There's no reasoning for this. Why such a wonderful gift do you give to me and my family and this town?" Back with the watery eyes and then he just gives you that hug again, and he I guess you'll go show him what to do and all that, and show the daughter.
Yep.
Have we made it back to the inn yet?
Yeah,
Did you guys know that when you add a cauldron of plenty into your inventory, it acts as another carrying vessel?
Makes sense.
that one.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. So I'm removing it if he's taking it.
Okay, so Valpos now, he's going back and he's gonna tell his daughter what it is, and she's like, "But what about our world famous fish stew?"
Just tell him this is your new fish stew.
But
It's like-
It's
tastes like
still a
fish, though.
stew.
it's meat stew.
You have
Yeah,
two
fish is
specials
meat?
on the menu now. You have two specials on your menu: fish and beef.
Who says it's
Alrighty.
beef? It's meat.
It's some form of meat. It just doesn't taste like fish.
Yeah.
It's a hearty stew. All right.
You can sell it as a tuna stew because that's a hearty fish,
There you go. Hearty tuna. All right.
or cold water shark stew.
Ooh, that sounds very yummy.
A bull shark This way it's beefy.
Shark is
And-
another meaty fish.
Uh-huh.
Shark is actually pretty good. I've had it when I was in Vegas.
That is good. All right, so Velpos is and Elfin and granddaughter are all enjoying their. She's having granddaughter bring like buckets of water in, and she's filling it up, and she's noticing it as she stirs it. It slowly turns from water, hearty stew, and she tastes it, and her dad tastes it, and granddaughter, and they're all like, "Oh my!" They even put a bowl in front of Nora, and
Now that it
She
doesn't have
doesn't
other
eat it.
things in it, I'll tell him I'll take a bowl.
okay, as long as they clean the cauldron out first.
I
And,
assume they did that when.
That's it. They put it through the dishwasher, and they bring you 4 big bowls of the stew, and Valpos has a bowl for himself, and he brings it over. And he comes and sits down next to you guys, and he's like, "Well, try it. See if you like our new best stew ever." And it is
Doesn't have to
good.
be called the best, just enough to, feed your belly till it's full.
The goodest stew ever. And it does.
What's his
it's
name
a very
again?
Valpos.
Just call it Val's Special Stew.
Val's special stew.
Make it simple. Don't make it hard.
That sounds pretty simple. Add water.
That is very simple.
Oh, you forgot the stir part.
and it, and then so this is he's like this will feed a lot of people. I don't know how we're going to do this, but we'll do our best.
Just do what you can.
And that's what he will
It's
do.
here to help you make a better living for yourself and to help you help the city like you always have or you've always wanted to.
And he thanks you, and he says, "You're the best." And then he eats his stew heartily with you guys, and now it's mid-afternoon still, 3, 4, and he sits and reminisces about the time when he fell on his butt or his arse, and Bacon saved him, and that's the only story he knows between the two of them. So he keeps saying it as more people show up. More commoners are entering the building, and they're trying the stew. Let's see, we can put this guy here.
That where we're leaving it for the night then?
I think so. Let me put another one. Right, there we go. So we got people who are all trying this stew. They're enjoying it. Unless there's something else you guys want to add. Look at all these commoners showing up. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum.
That armor shop also sell weapons?
But you can always go down to the
I'd
to the marketplace.
I go down there and see if they want a slightly used great axe.
And the guy's like, "That looks more like a Torga weapon."
Do you have one?
And he's like, "We don't sell that kind of crap around here." And it's funny you should notice it. Let's see if I can find them. That's not going to be them. Where are they? Where are they? I gotta find the. Oh God, what are they called? What are the henchmen? What were they called? What was Torga's bandits? Alright. You see the 3 bandits come in? Let's see if I can find them.
I do tell Fennec while you're looking at that. Tell Fennec, hey, next time you run out of daggers, throw. I have a really fine great axe you can throw.
There we go.
I don't think I could throw that far.
Hey, if you could drop it on the enemy's foot, I'm sure it would hurt him, though.
All right, so just for the heck of it, guys, you actually see over here at Torga's table 3 bandits that you do recognize 3 dwarves, and they're laughing and smiling and having the time of their life, and all you keep hearing is, "Oh my God! Did you see how fast Torga was running? Oh, but he made us pile that crap back on the carts, and then he just took off. Yeah, but we showed him. We just didn't go with him." And they are
How are their
drinking,
boots?
and their boots are the soles are completely falling off, and they don't care that they've wrapped them up with some form of towels, and they're happy that they do not have to deal with Torga anymore, and they just laugh about how he scurried away from the town with his tail between his legs. He got what he deserved, and you never hear anything about Sefik, but you hear that Torga has hightailed it, and you just don't know where, and they don't know where either. He just left.
That's what I figured would happen anyway.
And
Oh, it's good to see the dwarves smiling, though.
yeah, they're smiley dwarves. And Valpos gives them a bowl of the new stew for free, and they love it, and everybody's loving it. And the fish stew is sitting over there, and nobody's eating it currently. And
I'll
you
order
guys have
fish
done.
stew.
Oh, you eat the fish stew. All right, there's one. So we can order a fish stew, but Valpos seems very happy. Aiflin looks like she's having a big smile on her face.
I mean, they're
And
selling the stew, right? They're not just giving it to people. Unless
tonight, it starts with, of course, it's like a drug. They have to give
gotta
the
get them
first
addicted.
bite
Got
for
it.
free, and it is new, so to everybody, it is amazing.
Free samples.
And then people are, of course, willing to pay. If it was 2 copper for a bowl of the fish stew, what are they paying 2 copper for the meat stew?
Well, if they think it's better, have them charge more, so they sell more
Uh,
fish stew if they want to, or whatever. I
you
mean, he'll
you
figure it out. He's a businessman.
Valpost will figure it out exactly, but right now, what is his overhead on it? Nothing. He goes out and gets snow, melts it into water, and makes stew out of it.
Yep.
So in his eye, it's same cost right now, and he has happy customers, and he's hoping word will get around, and there'll be more customers, especially from the docks, and he'll do well.
So I asked our small group what we want to do next. We want to get a long night's sleep and then head out the morning and report back, or
Yes, that's
you
what we
want to
want
head
to
out
do.
sooner?
That's the plan.
And avoid conversations with the town folk about some other lost issue that they can't figure out from the incompetent guard.
Yeah. So I do feel good about helping the town folk.
Yeah.
I do feel like it didn't really help us, trying
Just
to
wish
make progress and put a stop to the darkness, the
just
cold.
wish you could have got to them sooner.
I
Well, you weren't even here when they were,
Yeah.
left. It was 10 days ago. There's nothing you could do about that.
We fixed 2 issues for this town.
So yeah, so
And we
back
got
to the
Pet Rat
plan,
out of it.
leaving in the morning.
And we got Pet Rat out of the thing.
Well,
When we wake
not
up the next
permanent.
morning, the pet rat's gone, disappears.
All right,
Yep.
so last thing, you guys head up 8 o'clock or whatever. You're finishing up your thing. You're getting a good night's rest, and as you guys are enjoying yourself, the last thing we're going to leave you with is suddenly Nora joins you.
Wait,
She hasn't moved in 2 days. And suddenly you see this frail old woman approach the table and asks, "May an old lady rest her bones? Among intrepid adventurers who have helped this town not just once, but twice already?"
we're not gonna get back to Bremen anytime soon. I whisper underneath my breath.
And that's where we'll call it tonight.
Yay! I would have immediately said, "Well, you didn't have to come to us. We would have came to you."
I for some reason thought she was part of the actual picture.
and everybody else thought she was dead. So that's it for tonight. Tonight we leave with Nora asking our intrepid adventurers, "Are you staying the night?" And we'll leave it at that.
And we gained a new level, right?
Nope.
Oh, well, thanks everybody for joining us. It's been fun. Awesome work, DM Slorko.
Well, I hope you're at least enjoying it.
Always.
Yes,
All right.
thank
Good
you.
night, guys.
Night.
Night, everyone.
See you
Bye.
next week.
Night.